Mary!
Yes, Mr. Grant?
Where are you going?
Well, it's 7:30. The show's been over for a half hour. I don't have anything to do, so I thought I'd go home. In a little while.
Fill out that form and send them in tonight.
For the Emmys?
Nah. The television editors, every single year since last year, give out something called the Teddy. Television editors? Teddy? Cute, right? Yeah. So fill out the best available candidates we have in each news category.
Yeah, but by tonight, a person I know over at WCCO had to do this. It took her days.
That's because WCCO has a lot of good things to choose between. In case you haven't noticed, we don't have that kind of problem. That should take about 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Yeah, she's here, but she can't come to the phone.
Why can't I come to the phone?
Because she's in conference. Yeah, okay.
Am I too busy to ask who that was?
That was your good friend, Rhoda. She said it wasn't important, but to call the second you get home because it's important. You understand that?
Yeah, not that important.
Come on, Mayor, I'll give you a lift.
Oh, thanks, Murray, but I gotta stay and fill in these forms for the Teddy Awards.
The Teddies? Don't tell me it's been a year already. Well, I'll help you.
Teddies? Did I hear someone mention the Teddies?
Here comes Mr. Award Happy. Every year when they announce who won the Nobel Prize, he's disappointed.
The best local news program.
Isn't her loyalty touching? She's writing us in.
Best male personality.
Only one of those 3 words comes close to describing you. It isn't best, and it's certainly not personality.
I don't have to sit here and take that.
Ted, look, best male personality, Ted Baxter.
You won't be sorry.
Best news writing. Which story of mine should we write in?
How about that story you did about that large thingamajig that somebody found and he took it to the police? Or, no, he took it to his mother, and then they did something with it.
Yeah, who could forget that one? I think my reporting on the flood was better. Now, let's see, we're going to need a title, Mary.
How about Flood Story?
Flood? What flood?
Think back. Remember the day you had to row to work?
Oh, that flood. There it is.
Best newscaster and
Best TV personality.
Well, I guess there's nothing left for me, so, good night, all.
Night.
You finished yet?
Yes, just about.
Well, good night, all.
Good night, Ted.
Mayor, best TV personality.
Well, that about does it.
How come you haven't filled in Best Public Affairs program? How about our Sunday news conference?
Well, that's my show.
So?
You really think it's good enough to win an award?
No, but I think it's the only one we got. Put it down.
Mr. Grant, I feel silly. I mean, I just can't write in my own show.
Okay, don't then.
Would you do it for me?
Hey, how come you didn't call me the second you got home?
This is the second I got home.
Mary, it happened.
It? The big it?
Yeah, I'm engaged.
No!
You're right, I'm not engaged, but he's closing in.
Who?
His name is Bob Peterson, and we met in my speed reading class. Mary, he's perfect. Green eyes and 1,700 words a minute. It's for real.
Oh, Rhoda!
I love this. Good news and the girlfriend's hug. Hey, let me help you, Mary.
When you're in love, you suddenly feel like doing mad things, like putting groceries away. You want to hear what he said?
Yeah.
I want you to know I'm getting serious about you, Rhoda. And they gave the Pulitzer Prize to Arthur Miller.
Speaking of the Pulitzer Prize, I've got good news, too. My show got
You're
nominated.
going to be home tonight.
For the... yeah, I guess so.
Good, because I want to get an outside opinion on Bob. If I was back in New York, I'd bring him home to my mother, which would be a major mistake. So, would you like to be my mother?
Well, okay, but don't be too late.
Perfect. Listen, I gotta go get ready.
Okay.
B.O.B. Bob? Oh, Bob. Hi, Bob.
Hi. Did we wake you up, did we?
Eh.
I told you 2 o'clock was too late. I mean, I think we better go. I really do.
No, you didn't wake me up. I was just watching a book. Listen, please do come in and here, let me take your coats. Oh, the reason the bed looks like this is I didn't make it this morning.
She's a messy housekeeper.
Here, I'll do it. I'm very good at this.
Thank you.
No problem. There we go.
Come on.
Go.
Well,
This is Bob. Doesn't he look terrific?
yes, terrific. Just terrific. You both, you look terrific. Everyone here looks terrific except me.
Well, listen, I mean, if you look this terrific in the middle of the night, I can imagine what you look like in the middle of the day.
She looks great anytime. Night, day, morning. You should see me in the morning. Yuck. Good one, Rhoda. Tell him how yucky you look in the morning.
How about this girl? I mean, is she like this all the time, is she?
Yes, she gets even better. Oh, my, I've had such a nice day. Hey, how about you, Bob? Did you have a nice day?
I had a terrific day.
How about you, Mary?
It's a little early to tell yet, you know. I did have a nice day yesterday, however.
Oh, yeah? What
Yes.
happened?
My show got nominated for Teddy.
Oh, no kidding. That's
congratulations.
terrific. That's
Well,
great.
no, you know, it wasn't really nominated. It's been nominated to be nominated. You know?
Oh.
Oh.
Coffee. That's what this little coffee.
Well, what do you think of that Mary? Isn't she terrific?
She's lovely. Just lovely. Lovely.
One's enough.
Huh?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna go find out how you're doing. Wait here. What do you think?
Rhoda, when you said you had an early date, I didn't think you meant early as in early in the morning.
I told you we'd be by tonight, and I figured you might be worried and waiting up.
Worried? Rhoda, I don't know, maybe I'm a bad mother, but I wasn't worried and I wasn't waiting up.
What do you think about him? Huh?
He's nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Unusually nice. Unique in his niceness.
Oh, Mary, do you really think so?
Rhoda, I don't know. I just met him. He's nice. Bob, would you excuse me just a minute?
Sure. What did she say? What?
She thinks you're nice.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, nice. Hey, listen, it turns out she wasn't reading a book, so I think we better split.
Well, listen, you know what I think would be a good idea? Kind of ask her to go out with us tomorrow night. Sort of make it up to her for barging in like we did.
You know something, Bob? You are nice.
Yeah. Hey, Mary?
I'll be out in a second.
Mary, look, I was wondering, Rhoda and I, do you like basketball?
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Well, great. We'll pick up tomorrow night at 7:30 sharp, okay? Come on, let's go.
Good night, Mary. See you tomorrow, kid.
What'd you say? Did you say something, Rhoda? I'm gonna kill her.
Well, I have no use for the nominating committee of the Teddy Awards. No use at all.
Didn't any of us get nominated?
All of you got nominated.
What? You're kidding. We all got
I
nominated.
hear the nominations are in.
Yes, Ted, I got nominated. I mean, I didn't, but my show did. But that's
Yes,
like me
Mary.
getting nominated, isn't it?
Get out of my way.
Yes.
Hey, Mary, congratulations.
Oh, Murray, you too.
That's terrific.
I only have 3 nominations.
Well, Ted, you were only up for 3.
Oh, well, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Should have been up for more, though, man.
I know.
Come on, let's go to lunch and congratulate each other.
Oh, boy, Murray, I would love to. Would I love to? But I've got to have lunch with Rhoda and her boyfriend. We've been group dating for a couple of weeks now.
Everything's done in groups lately.
Actually, we have pretty good times. Bob calls us the Three Musketeers. Da-da-da-dum, da-da. Well, he likes to do that. Da-dum, da-da. He's really a lot of fun, only...
Only what?
Well, I don't know. Just that sometimes I get the feeling that he... Oh, it's nothing.
Well, it's something.
Sometimes I get the feeling that Bob's interested in me.
Aha.
Mayor,
Yes, Ted?
just occurred to me that I did do the weather forecast for 2 weeks when Gordy was sick.
Yes.
I was just wondering.
No, it wouldn't qualify you for best weatherman. So you really think he is, huh?
Is what?
Well, dating Rhoda to be with you.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, I know.
Hi, Mary. You ready for lunch, are you?
Oh, hi, Bob. Bob Peterson, I'd like you to meet Murray Slaughter.
Oh,
Hi,
nice
Mary.
to
Nice to meet
Bob.
you. Yeah.
Where's Rhoda?
Oh, one of her window displays is taking a little longer than she thought, so
You
we-
mean she's not going to be having lunch with us?
That's right. Looks like it'll be just us two musketeers. Dun, dun.
So, you and Bob spent the entire lunch talking about me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about me? Why are you so hungry? You two did go to lunch, didn't you?
Rhoda, that's being a little silly, and you know it.
So you talked about Rhoda?
Yeah. I told him that cute story about you when we took skiing lessons.
Oh, yeah, the skiing story.
Right.
You were the cute one in the skiing story.
Rhoda, you know, I think there's been a little too much group dating lately.
And you'd like me to bow out, is that it?
Oh, come on.
I know. Don't listen to me, Mayor. I'm crazy. Let's just change the subject.
Good, good.
Hey, what's happening with that show of yours?
Didn't I tell you? We got nominated. I mean, we made it into the finals for the Teddy Awards.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Listen, they're giving out the awards at a luncheon on Saturday. I've got a couple of tickets. Why don't you go with me?
Oh, I'd love to.
Hello? Oh, hi, Bob. We were just talking about you. Hey, I bet I know why you called me. Because you called Rhoda first, and she wasn't at home, and so you figured that she was here, and you were right. She's sitting right here. And guess who it is? Bob. Right, and he wants to talk to you. Don't you, Bob? Right, here's Rhoda.
Hello, Bob. Wasn't it lucky you caught me here? Yeah. Listen, Bob, I think us three musketeers should have a meeting and discuss which musketeer you like best. That was sort of a short meeting, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Great. We're still friends. You're the best friend I ever had. Goodbye, Bob.
Rhoda?
I don't want to talk about it. Look, it's forgotten. It's not important. I'd just like to finish my dinner. Thanks for dinner, Mary.
Rhoda, wait a minute. You have got to stay and listen to me. Okay? What do you have to say? Nothing.
Hey, Mary, come on. Don't make a big deal out of this, please.
Rhoda, listen.
Hey, Mary, you know that awards thing we're going to on Saturday?
Yeah?
I'm not going. Mary, what I mean to say is, right now I can think of better ways to spend Saturday than watching you win an award. You know?
I'm not going to win.
You're not?
No, I'll probably lose.
In that case, I'll go with you.
Nervous about his award.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, test. Sorry, folks, I just wanted your attention. Would you all please take your seats? We have to be moving right along now because the luncheon took a little longer than we anticipated, and there's another group using the room after us. Thank you.
Do you think we'll win, Mayor?
I think you'll win, Ted.
Well, it would be appropriate, wouldn't it, for Teddy to win a Teddy?
It would be more appropriate if they called this award a dummy.
Mary, I'm nervous for you. These award things are murder.
My wife loves them. When John Wayne got the Oscar, she cried. And that woman never shed a tear at our daughter's wedding.
What are you up for?
Second cousin.
What?
Oh, my name is Hartunian. I'm waiting here for the Armenian wedding that's coming in next.
Well, you're a little early, aren't you?
Listen, if you don't come early to an Armenian wedding, you can starve to death.
Welcome, ladies ladies and gentlemen, to the second annual Television Editors Awards. We'll be announcing the winners in just a moment, but first, let's honor our distinguished nominees. Would all the nominees please stand and accept our applause?
Just like an Armenian wedding, when they ask the immediate family to stand up.
Does everyone have their acceptance speeches ready?
Well, I think I'm going to just make up something on the spur of the moment, like, thank you. Isn't it funny how you keep hoping that you'll win even though you know you don't have a chance?
Mary, you know what I said before? Forget it. I hope you win.
Thank you.
You just blew your acceptance speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, since the other party is waiting out in the hall to set up, I'm afraid we'll have to dispense with the acceptance speeches. Yes, sir?
Ted Baxter, WJM-TV. Since we don't have time for our acceptance speeches, and I wrote 3 of them, may we at least stand and be acknowledged by our peers when we receive our teddies?
Well, of course you can. We weren't going to throw them at you.
Who ever heard of awards without acceptance speeches? It's barbaric.
And now our first category is for the best male personality. And the nominees are Lyle Taggart, Jack Perry, Harry Bibbs, and Ted Baxter. And the winner is Jack Perry.
Well, that's not fair. He's on educational television. Who watches educational television?
Mary, that's a great-looking statue. It'll look great in your apartment.
Yeah, I guess it will. Would, if I win, but I probably won't.
And now for Best Newscaster, the nominees are Joe Clark, Bob Hughes, Walter Matthews, Ted Baxter. And the winner is Walter Matthews.
Look at him. What's he standing up for?
I guess he just wants to be acknowledged by his peers.
You see those white flowers over there?
Yeah.
They're from me to the bride and groom.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we must move right along. We have quite a few more categories to cover. And now for Best Public Affairs Program, the nominees are Sunday Afternoon Newsmakers, Richard Cox, Sunday Afternoon Review, Michael Bronson, Sunday Afternoon Hot Seat, Harry Marks, and Sunday Afternoon News Conference, Mary Richards. And the winner is... What?
He said you. No, yeah. Did he? I'm sure he did. Did I win? I won. Go on, get it. Yeah, go get it. Go on.
Did you hear? The winner is Michael Bronson.
I look so embarrassed.
You get used to it.
Wasn't that the most boring thing you ever sat through in your whole life?
Yeah, that Armenian wedding wasn't too hot either.
Hey, aren't you going to come in?
I think I'll just go upstairs.
You know, Rhoda, I think we're not quite friends yet.
What makes you think that?
Because I can remember a time when you used to walk all the way into my apartment.
Just that I'm bad at making people feel better, that's all.
I don't feel that bad.
Gee, that's surprising, Mayor. After you stood up in front of all those people, making a big fool of yourself like you did.
Rhoda, I think we have a little problem between us.
Oh, Mary, I told you. I haven't thought about Bob at all. It's over.
No, we don't have a problem with Bob. No.
Yes?
We have a problem because I'm not too crazy about the fact that you are so happy that I lost.
You think I'm happy over you falling on your face like you did?
Yeah, you see, that's just what I'm talking about. Ever since that phone call...
Now, wait a minute. Do you really think I sat there rooting for my best friend to lose? That I enjoyed it when you thought they called your name?
When you said they called my name.
Did I? Seriously, Mary, now I'm laughing about it. But back there, when that happened, you rushed up and then lost the award. It was... The happiest moment of my life. So what are you smiling at me for? I'm a terrible person.
Rhoda, you are not terrible, because I just discovered something so wonderful. Everybody is terrible. I gotta tell you something. I have a little confession to make.
Yeah?
I have always resented the fact that you make more money than I do, and I think my job is a lot more important than yours.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Now, do you see why I was...
Now I got another one for you.
What?
I have always resented the fact that you have this marvelous apartment and don't know how to decorate it.
Oh, Rhoda, I feel like I have a giant weight off my shoulders.
Right.
Isn't this wonderful to be able to talk honestly like this?
Right, yeah.
I got another one.
Shoot.
When I found out that Bob liked me, the way I really felt was... I think we've had enough honest talking for tonight, don't you?
Good morning, Ted.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
I guess I'm a little upset about the awards. I'm sorry you didn't win.
Thank you. I'm sorry you didn't win. Didn't win. Didn't win.
Just because I lost 3 times is no reason for you to...
Just what we don't need. Dissension on the news team. Next thing you know, they'll be having fistfights in the locker room. I think it's time for a little picker-upper.
Oh, Mr. Grant, you don't
No,
want
no, not that kind. This kind.
Well, where'd you get that?
I bought it at the Tinker Trophy Company. I figure we give it to the whole newsroom. Everybody feels like they've won something, perk up their spirits.
Oh, Mr. Grant, that is so warm and lovely.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Take 10. I have something to say to you. The morale in this office is decidedly lousy. Okay, so you didn't win a Teddy, but you won the Tinker.
What's the Tinker?
Mary?
Here it is.
What's the Tinker?
Who cares? I want to thank all the people that... I don't have time to mention all their names, but they know who they are. A lot of people wonder how you reach a point like this. Well, you start as a staff announcer in 1952 on a television station at a small 5,000-watt radio station in Fresno, California. A lot of people ask me what my secret is. And I say to them, persevere. Persevere, persevere, persevere. And in time, if you're fortunate, if you're lucky, you may reach the great heights that I really don't know what else to say. Fan mail come in yet, Murr?
No, not yet, Ted.
Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. Has Mr. Grant been asking for me?
No, and it's a good thing he didn't see you come in. You know how crazy he gets when anybody's late.
Yeah. Is he in there?
No, he's late.
This the fan mail, Mayor?
Yeah, I don't know, Ted. I haven't had a chance to go through it yet.
Chuckles the clown, chuckles the clown, chuckles the clown, 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 clown. This isn't the newsroom mail.
Now, here's yours, Ted.
How come Chuckles the clown gets more mail than I do?
Good morning, Craig. It's more mail than you do.
Mary, this is for you.
A fan letter for me?
Oh, I doubt it. It's from the United States Treasury Department. Maybe it's a refund. No, it's a letter. It's typed. There's a signature on the bottom, and it looks important.
So, what do you think?
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. Deeply sorry.
Wait a minute, Ted, it's not that bad. I'm just being audited on my income tax.
Just being audited? That's like saying you're just being drafted.
But isn't it funny how all of a sudden you get a letter and you feel guilty? And I didn't do anything wrong, I don't think.
Well, I always say it pays to have a great tax man. Cost me $5 more a year, but it's worth it. It's too bad I'm losing him. He's graduating and going on to college.
Well, I don't see how I could be in any trouble at all. I mean, I keep complete records of everything. I keep such complete records, my friends kid me about it.
What do they say?
They say, Mary, you keep such complete records.
They're some funny kidders.
Well, I do. I keep the records, and I declare all of my income.
I what?
Well, I declare almost all my income. I mean, you know, if you're walking down the street and you see a dime, you don't declare that, do you?
No.
And if you're walking around the office and somebody tells you won $10 in the World Series pool, you don't declare that, do you?
No.
And if you're walking around your apartment and the phone rings and it's a college student asking you to type up his master's thesis for $75, you don't...
Yes, you do.
I didn't.
They got you.
You know, Mary, you're the only person I know who bakes chocolate chip cookies for an audit by the United States government.
Yeah, well, Murray said it wouldn't hurt to make him feel comfortable.
I didn't know you could get audited in your home. So if they find you guilty, what do? Lock you in your room? Good luck. See you later.
Hey, Rhoda, why don't you stick around sort of help break the ice?
Oh, wonderful. Thanks a lot. You have a date with a $20,000 a year engineer. It's bye, Rhoda. See you later. But a T-man with an adding machine shows up, and it's, why don't you stick around?
Well, it's just that I'm very nervous. Get here and just like to get it over with.
Will you relax? You're making a big deal out of nothing. You know how those guys are. You'll probably be late.
I got a feeling this one is awfully precise.
How can you tell?
He made the appointment for 8:03.
It's 8:03 right now.
Hiya. I'm Robert C. Brand from the Internal Revenue Service, and I wonder if either of you ladies are Mary Richards?
She's Mary Richards, sir.
I'm sorry. It's just that you're not the way I pictured you'd be.
She thought you were going to be old and mean.
And you're young and...
Mean, yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'm not.
Come on in.
Thank you, thank you.
If you need to borrow any money, I'll be upstairs. Rereading the Constitution. He's cute.
Listen, I'm sorry that I'm almost late, but I had a flat tire, you know, and it slowed me up a lot driving on it.
You didn't stop to change it?
Oh, no, that would have made me very late. Now, this is a nice place.
Oh, well, it's not really that nice. It's very small, very inexpensive. This is the whole apartment. I even sleep in here.
Oh, I sleep in my apartment, too.
You want to plug that in,
Yes,
don't you? Well, right over here.
Oh, fine, all right.
Can I take your coat?
That's very nice of you. Yes, most people I audit never ask me that.
Oh, they don't?
No, I think they think that as long as I have on my overcoat, that I'll be leaving soon. Ah, good. A wooden one. Well, we'll just get this show on the road now, all right?
Mr. Brand, I want to tell you something.
Yes.
I earned $75 typing a master's thesis, $75 cash, which I didn't report. I forgot. I didn't forget. I didn't know I was supposed to. But I want to report it now. $75. I'm reporting it.
That's really very nice of you. It's really funny, though, because that's just the kind of thing we hardly ever catch. All right, now listen, there's going to be a very long night ahead of us, all right? I want you to sit down, relax, make yourself at home, and have a drink, all right? Would you like a drink?
I'll have a vodka and tonic. Just as soon as I fix it for myself. Would you like a drink?
Oh, a martini, yeah.
Martini.
But I'm not allowed to drink while I'm auditing. It's highly unethical, you know what I mean? But if you're the type who doesn't mind drinking alone, then please.
Type? Oh, no. Chocolate cookie is all I need. How about you?
Oh, fine. Nothing unethical about that.
No.
All right, Miss Richards, as you probably don't know, all income tax forms are sent to our main office where they are analyzed, sorted, and processed by very high-speed computers. However, in your case, it was completely different.
Oh?
Yes, yours bypassed the computers completely and came directly to my desk.
Why did it do that?
Well, you had 18 cents postage due.
Oh, well, you're...
No, none of that. No. We'll just put it right on your tab. Okay, 18 cents, 6% interest, 6 months. All right. Now, let's see. Do you have any of your records handy?
All my records. I have everything. I have saved all my receipts, my check stubs. I think just about everything you'd need right in here.
Oh, I wonder if you have anything in a nice brown loafer. You knew that was a joke, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I figure why spend a lot of money on a filing cabinet? Just as easy to keep them in the shoe boxes. And besides, that way it's a great excuse once a year to buy an extra pair of shoes.
Oh, I see. That explains it.
Explains what?
The $14.95 shoe deductions. Under office supplies, the United States government will not allow that. I'm sorry.
Oh.
All righty. Fine. Now, what have we here? This looks like an ice cream stick.
Yes, it is. I can explain that. You see, last year I took a lot of YWCA kids on a picnic, and while we were in the park, I bought them each an ice cream bar from the man in the truck. So I put it under charitable donations, and the amount is written right there.
I see. Well, you know, I really hate to seem like nitpicking, but it's customary to have the salesperson's signature on the receipt.
Yes, it is. Name and license number right on the back.
Son of a gun.
That's why I don't understand why I'm being audited. I mean, I keep such complete records.
Lipstick?
And everything
$26 for lipstick?
Well, you see, Mr. Brand, I work in a television newsroom, and, well, you know the large markers you use for the cue... Well, no, you don't, but we use large marking pens for making cue cards, and we ran out. And the only thing I could find was a case of lipstick in the drugstore.
Can you tell me this? Was any of this said lipstick ever used on your own personal lips?
Well, it was my shade.
Yeah, well... It says here that you declare your grandmother as a deduction. Is that
yes,
true?
That's right, I do. I send her $45 every month.
Right.
Is there anything wrong with that?
That's really so admirable of you. That's really nice. However, it's not the least bit deductible. That should do it.
Oh, good. Then we're finished.
No, not at all, not at all. I have a feeling this is going to be a very, very long, drawn-out process, so we might have to go back 6 or 7 years for all I know. Anyway, it all gets very, very messy, and I'm really very tired of talking about business.
Me too. I don't know if I could take any more tonight.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if maybe we could grab a bite to eat.
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You said something. I didn't hear it.
No, I didn't. Well, I just wondered if, if maybe we could have dinner.
Oh, well,
No.
thank you, but
No. No, I know. No, I know. It's dumb of me, huh? I never asked anybody I was auditing out to dinner anyway. I don't know. I'm crazy.
Well, no, look, yes, that would be nice. I would like that.
Well, you know, I'm auditing this Chinese restaurant downtown, and they've got just a terrific sub-gum duck. It's wonderful, if that appeals to you.
Yes, it does.
I wonder, could I use your telephone to make a reservation?
Yes, you may, sure.
Thank you. Well, now here comes another first. I've really never asked this of anybody I'm auditing before, but I wonder if I don't get paid till tomorrow night. Could you loan me $10?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll do that. Is a bribe deductible? It's a joke.
Amur, have you finished my editorial analysis of the president's speech? Oh, thanks, Murr. Did I agree or disagree with him this time?
Read it. Be surprised.
Oh, good. We agreed. I like to agree with the president. A lot of people are afraid of controversy, but I always say, take a stand. Say, what the heck are you talking about?
Girl Scout Week.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning,
Hi,
Mayor.
Mary. Oh, hey, what happened with your tax audit last night?
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened? Something always happens in a tax audit. Now, come on, tell us what happened.
Well, nothing happened. He asked me a few questions, and then he took me out to dinner.
Took you out to where?
To dinner.
Dinner? I was audited once. He didn't take me out to dinner.
Well, what happened after dinner, and how much of a tax refund are you getting?
Look, guys, I know this is going to disappoint you, but here's exactly what happened. He took me out to a nice, ethical Chinese restaurant where we had ethical subgum duck. In between bites, he asked me questions about my grandmother. Then he drove me home. Yes, he opened the car door for me, and that was it. Honest.
Okay, Mary.
Mr. Newsroom?
Yeah, kid. I'll take those. I'm sorry, I don't have any change.
Oh, I do.
Good. Were you expecting roses from anyone?
Well, not me. How about you, Ted?
No.
Well, I wonder who they could be for.
They're for Mary.
Well, what do you know?
Who's Robert C. Brand?
Tax auditor.
A refund so soon?
I lent him $10, and he's simply paying me back.
Well, what are the roses for?
Interest.
Boy, am I stuffed.
Me too. That had to be the world's largest chef salad.
What'd you expect? Did you check the size of that chef? Listen, I gotta get back to work. I just came up here to check out what new loot you got from old Robert C. Is this it?
Yeah, it's a candygram. He likes to send me presents, but he doesn't do it unless it's related to business.
How is a box of candy related to business?
Please bring last October's check stubs.
Mushy, isn't he? I don't know why I'm putting this in my mouth. I should just apply it directly to my hips.
You know, he has been taking me places and sending me presents for over a week now. I didn't know what to say to him to make him stop.
How about stop?
Rhoda, I just explained to you through an entire chef salad that I can't do that. It would hurt his feelings. And I can't do that.
Mary, are you going out with him because you like him? Or is it because you're afraid if he doesn't like you, he'll send you up the river to the big house?
You know, it is a really weird relationship. I don't even know if we're going out on dates.
Do you dress up?
Yeah.
Then it's a date.
But he calls me Miss Richards, and we talk about withholding a lot.
Then it's not a date. It's just steady auditing.
Yeah. Newsroom. Yes, this is Miss Richards. Well, hello, Mr. Brand.
Miss Richards, Mr. Brand, I don't feel I should be hearing this.
Will you What? Oh, sure. Fine, yes, I'd like that. All right. I'll see you there. Bye. Rhoda, I just did the dumbest thing.
What?
I just made a date to go right back downstairs and have another lunch.
Is that Grandma? Just a second, I'll see.
Is there a bottled C. Grand here?
Yeah. Oh, no, that's Robert C. Brand.
Phone.
Thank you.
Hey, now listen, don't talk too long. This phone is for takeouts.
I understand. Hello? Oh, hi, Mr. Jackson. Yes. Well, no, I know that I'm still working on the Mary Richards case. I know I have other cases to do. Yes? Uh-huh. Well, no, doggone it. You just have to tell U.S. Steel to wait. Uh-huh. Well, anyway, I should be finished with Mary's case in about, very, very soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye, Mr. Jackson.
Hello, Mr. Brand.
Hi, Miss Richards. Would you like to sit down?
Okay, you ready to order now?
Yes.
hi. The special for today is the complete 89-cent filet mignon steak dinner.
Well, Anna, do you know what you'd like to eat?
Well, I'm not terribly hungry.
Well, why don't you just have a salad?
Well...
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll have this special and give the young lady a chef salad.
Again? I eat here a lot. I'll say.
Well, listen, while we're waiting, we should get some business done, all right?
Well, Mr. Brand, you know, I don't think anyone here would turn us in if we didn't discuss business.
No, I think we should do some business.
Well, we didn't do any business when we went to the movie last night.
Oh, yes, we did. I'm auditing the usher there.
Oh.
Now, Miss Richards, I'm sort of stumped by this deduction here on Schedule B, and I can't quite read your writing. Is this a 4 or a 9 there?
I think it's a 4. Mr. Brand?
That was me, yes. Oh, Miss Richards, I don't know what came over me, honestly. I saw you leaning over Schedule B like that, and I just... I'm just such an animal. I don't know. I have never kissed anybody I've audited before, I promise you. I've had plenty of chances, you know what I mean? But
Brand,
no,
Robert.
No, I know what you must think of me.
No, you don't. No.
I feel so cheap.
Mr. Brand, there is no reason for you to feel guilty. It was okay.
Just okay?
Well, nice okay.
Miss Richards,
Yes?
under charitable deductions here, you have an item about about ice cream bars. Now, I
Mr.
think...
Brand, we covered the ice cream bars.
Of course, okay. Oh, now here, this one under grandmother deduction. Now,
Mr. Brand, we have covered everything there is to be covered.
Did we really?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing? Just 7 years, just like that, huh?
Does that mean that you're finished with the audit?
Yes, it's finished, yes.
Do you have any idea how much it will be?
No, I have no idea, but well, I'd like you to know the fact that I kissed you or didn't kiss you has no bearing whatsoever on how much you owe, you know?
I understand.
Special for the gentleman and the usual for the lady. Where do you put it, honey?
Mary, you home? Yeah, come on in.
What are you doing?
Going through my checkbook, looking for mistakes.
Isn't it a little late for that? I thought he finished your audit.
I'm trying to find some extra money. I have a feeling I'm going to owe it to the government.
What makes you think that?
Well, for one thing, I haven't heard from Robert in a week. Now, you know that's got to be a bad sign.
Not even a candy bar, huh?
You know the funny thing? I kind of miss him.
Look, hon, it can't be that bad. I mean, he kissed you, didn't he?
Yeah, but he said that the fact that he kissed me would have absolutely no bearing on whether I owed the government money or not. Anyway, he missed.
He missed?
Well, he just sort of grazed me.
Grazed you?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Whatever you say, Mayor. See you later.
Right.
Hi there. Did you find any of that extra money yet?
No.
Too bad.
Mr. Brand, you're here. I thought you'd come in the mail. I mean, the answer. Come in the mail. Well, please come in and sit down.
Well, actually, this won't take that long here.
Well, do you mind if I sit down?
The amount you owe is on the inside. Just please make a check out to Internal Revenue Service and mail it to your nearest district office.
$8,000. $8,000.
Oh, no, you don't understand. No, that's your entire income for last year.
Oh,
no.
Thank you.
No, this is what you owe right there.
Well, I can't see it. Where?
Right there. $16.73.
Oh.
Oh, you don't have it, do you? I'll loan it to you. I'll give it to you.
No, it's not. I'm just so very grateful. Oh, thank you. Oh, you didn't cheat, did you?
No, ma'am. I would never cheat, ever. Well, I thought about it for a second, but I would never cheat, really. Well, I just want you to know that I'm really very happy for you. I really am.
You know, your face, doesn't look happy for me.
Oh, really? That's funny, because it's really very, very happy for you. In fact, my entire body is very pleased. You know, in the 6.5 years I've been auditing people's taxes, I just like you to know that yours is the best. Really. And,
Thank you.
I've enjoyed doing you more than anybody I've ever done before. Well, you know that kiss in the restaurant. I mean, that was no accident. I mean, you knew that, didn't you?
Well.
We really had some great times, didn't we? The ice cream sticks. Remember the ice cream sticks? And your deductible grandmother, remember her? We really had some great times, didn't we? Yeah, well.
So why are you so,
So what? So what? So tremendously depressed?
Yeah.
Oh, because the good times are over. So that's all.
They don't have to be over.
They don't have to be over. Oh, come on. Please, Mary, don't kid me, all right? Because I've been in this business for a very long time. I know that when I'm auditing people, they're just never too busy to see me. You know what I mean? And the minute it's over, it's over. So please, you don't have to pretend, Miss Richards. You don't have to pretend.
Pretend? What? I didn't pretend. I did not go out with you just because of my taxes. I mean, look, the audit is over, and I would still like to go out with you. So, Robert, I must like you.
All right. How about dinner tonight?
Fine.
Fabulous. Okay. Well, I can't because I gotta work tonight. All right, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna quit. That's what I'll do. I'll quit them all, and no, I won't. I can adjust. I'll tell you what I'll do. I said it before, and I'll say it again. U.S. Steel can just wait. Now, we have a date tonight, right?
Yes, we do.
All right. I'll pick you up at 8:57. I'll make it 9-ish. I really had a good time. I really did.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, yeah? How much of a good time?
What?
I mean, enough to go out next Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, great. I would like to.
Good. Wait a minute. You know that I can't go out next Saturday night? No, I have to go out of town.
Oh, well, we'll do it when you get back.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to be back and forth a lot. I'm going to Boston, Philadelphia, L.A., St. Louis, Detroit.
Gee, that's some big company you're auditing.
No, it's a halfback on the Vikings. How about the 3rd?
Third? Yeah, fine.
Okay. Good. Now, how about the 6th, Tuesday?
We were working in the newsroom till 1 in the morning. Thank goodness Mr. Grant told us not to come in till noon today. Oh, did you say you wanted bacon?
Bacon? No, just a hard-boiled egg. Just a 70-calorie hard-boiled egg for old Tubbo. Well, maybe a little dry toast. With some butter on it. Do I smell jam?
Ladies and gentlemen, the dieter.
Mary, I'm entitled to break my diet a little. I've been good all day.
It's 10:30 a.m. Who is it?
It's Phyllis. Why is it always Phyllis when I'm in a good mood?
Hi. Hi. Like it?
What is that?
A Christian Dior or a Marcus Welby?
What's it for?
Well, La's receptionist left to get married, so for the past 2 days I've been subbing. And it is so satisfying, Mary, I cannot tell you.
La's receptionist, huh? How are things in the skin doctor game?
Dermatology, Rhoda. Oh, you know how it is there, hectic and crazy.
Oh, the wonderful, wacky world of bad skin.
Mary, I cannot tell you how satisfying it is to be working again. Most people would say, Phyllis, you have everything. What more could you possibly want? And I say, well, it's just not enough for me. I mean, being a model wife and a perfect mother. You know how I am.
Mm-hmm. We just have a hard time believing it is all.
I have to go to the hairdresser's.
Don't you have to be at the office? How can you have your hair done?
Mary, it's for those patients I'm doing this. I feel if I look my best, it gives them hope. Something to shoot for.
You know I love her. I really do. But what is it about her?
I don't know, but I'll tell you something. She keeps on the way she's going. She's going to give overbearing, aggressive women a bad name.
Newsroom, hello? Yes, Vi. I will. I'll do that. Right. Vi would like me to pick up her phones while she's out to lunch. What's lunch, Murray? You know, it's been so long I've forgotten.
Hey, Mary, can I say something to you?
I know what you're going to say, that I am working too hard and I mustn't let it upset me. And you're right, I won't.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, would you pull the picture file? I need a shot of Neil Armstrong to go with this story.
Sure.
Oh, hey, let me help you.
No. They're in alphabetical order.
How do you put photographs in alphabetical order?
You take the last names of the most important persons in the picture.
Oh, this one's tough.
Who've you got?
The president and Joe Namath.
Oh, those 2-hour Mexican lunches really take it out of you. Oh. I think I'll go to my dressing room and have a little fiesta. Nothing like a little naparino to pick you up.
Kind of makes you want to cry, doesn't it, Murray?
Okay, everybody stop working for a minute. Now, the program manager is so impressed with the way we muddle through a half hour of news that he's expanding the show to a full hour.
Hey, Lou, that's terrific.
Wow. That means a little more work from each of us. For those who consider twice as much, a little more. I want you all to think about how we're going to fill that extra half hour.
I'd like to propose that we double the airtime of this fella right here.
Thanks, Ted. That'll give me 2 whole minutes to do the weather.
Say no more, Gordo. You don't have to tell me. You and I speak the same language.
Right on.
What's that? Well, forget it. Mary, I want you to give top priority to filling that extra half hour.
Mr. Grant, I figured that if I skip lunches and work overtime for the next 2 weeks, I could maybe catch up to where I was a month ago.
Which was?
3 weeks behind.
There's a little extra money for all of us. Not much.
No, Mr. Grant, the little extra money is not going to help me get this work done.
Hire an assistant.
What I need is an assistant. You need it?
Sure. Call personnel and tell them you need somebody. Tell them you can pay $82.57 a week.
Mr. Grant, where did you get that figure?
That was the little extra money for all of us.
Rhoda? Are you sure you want me to do this to your dresses, this midi thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I just hate it.
Of course you do. You got good legs. I live in the world of fashion. I do what all the magazines tell me to do. You know, I wore a hard hat for a week before I realized the magazine was Popular Mechanics. That was a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got problems down at the office.
What?
Well, if I don't find somebody to help me with all the extra work, I'm going to go right out of my mind.
Hi, all.
Hi.
So, who's going out of whose mind?
I am, unless a minor miracle occurs and I find an assistant.
An assistant?
Yeah. Help me with some work on the show.
Why don't you just shorten her legs? So how about me for the job?
Well, you're already working for Lars, and I need somebody right now, so...
I'm available. Lars got a little upset at, something I did, and he gave me the old sack.
What did you do?
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, come on, it must have been something. What?
Well, Lars got called out, and there were all these patients sitting there in his office, so I treated a few of them. So, like I said, I'm available.
Phyllis, look, about the job, you wouldn't be interested in it. I mean, you don't know all the dumb things you'd have to do. I mean, it's just, it's all typing and filing and boring.
There are no small jobs, only small people.
But, Phyllis, you're not small enough for this job.
Mary, don't. I'll do something else. Somebody's got to want me.
Oh, I don't know.
Mary, forget it. I don't go any place I'm not wanted.
Okay. Oh, boy. Phyllis, okay, all right. If you want to try it for, let's say, a week.
Okay, all right, I'll try it for 2 weeks. Oh, it'll be fun. A real challenge.
I'm sure it will be.
You know, it's kind of cute.
What?
I was just thinking it's cute, that's all.
Yeah?
I mean that I have my master's degree.
Yes.
And you left college after 2 years, and I'm your assistant. Just cute.
And I'm telling you, Lou, it wasn't easy in those days, those early days. Wild-eyed kid with a dream. Dream to be an anchor man. Grabbing at Lady Luck, running around, helter...
Is Mary here yet?
Skelter. Seemed at the time like reaching for the stars.
Ted, your life story has been going on for a half hour now. And we're just up to August 1953. I mean, can you hurry up with the point? It's like waiting for a sneeze.
Well, I guess I just got to reminiscing.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, what'd I do it for? The money? No. The money was the least of it. But then again, even though the money is the least of it, now that we're going to an hour...
You want a raise, is that it?
No. I wrote a figure on this pad.
Ted, I wrote 2 words on this pad.
Lou, I think there's a little room for negotiation between that figure and those words. On the other hand, maybe not.
Phyllis, I am saying, problem with your maid or no problem, this cannot happen again, an hour late.
Mary, don't do it to yourself. Don't be a robot, tied down to schedules and clocks.
Phyllis, for the time being, let's just say that I'm a robot, huh? So this is the newsroom? Yeah, this is it. Morning, Gordy.
Hi, Mary.
Gordy, I'd like you to meet Phyllis Lindstrom, my new assistant. This is Gordy Howard, our weatherman.
Gordy, I just want to say one thing. I'd love you to come over for dinner so we can really get to know each other. I mean, as human beings. Because we're going to be working together.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Gordy and I really hit it off.
Mary!
Oh, morning, Murray. Murray, I'd like you to meet my new assistant, Phyllis Lindstrom. This is Murray Slaughter.
How do you do, Murray?
Hi,
I'd love you to
Phyllis.
come over for dinner if you're not...
Mary, where have you been? Lou started yelling for you an hour ago, so I had to cover for you.
Oh, thank you. What'd you tell him I was doing?
Hanging up your coat.
Well, Phyllis, here, sit down. You can use my desk for today.
Mary, it's not too important, but, there is one thing.
What?
Well, you've been calling me your assistant.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you are. I mean, it's just a word, Phyllis.
Well, so is inferior just a word.
Well, is there another word that you would prefer?
Co-worker.
Co-worker. All right.
Finally find a hook for your coat, did you?
Oh, Grant. I'm very sorry.
The first day of our new production schedule, and you show up an hour late.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have an absolutely great excuse.
Well, Mr. Grant,
I'm waiting.
Halley's Comet hit her on her way over.
What?
Oh, well, let's face it. She could lie or make up some fabulous excuse. Would it make her any more on time? I leave it to you.
Mr. Grant, I would like you to meet my new co-worker, Phyllis Lindstrom. This is Mr. Grant.
You mean she works here?
Yes.
Good. You're fired.
Really just trying to be helpful in her own way.
Lou, if it'll make it up to you, I'll stay till, say 6 o'clock.
Mary.
Phyllis, our normal quitting time is 7.
This should be an interesting day for you. A sort of combination orientation and last chance.
This has to go into Mimeo tonight. Phyllis?
Oh, yes. What do you want me to do?
Well, all you have to do is just sort this stuff into 2 piles. The pink sheets and the blue sheets. The pinks and the blues, the pinks and the blues.
Kind of like little girl babies and little boy babies.
Uh-huh.
And?
That's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's so boring. Don't you have people who do that sort of thing?
Yeah, Phyllis, I have a person who does this sort of thing. You. I know this doesn't rival working in a dermatologist's office.
Mary, do you have the rubber stamp with my signature on it? I have to autograph these pictures.
No, I'm sorry, Ted, I don't know where it is. Oh, yes, Phyllis Lindstrom, my new co-worker. This is Ted Baxter.
Hi.
Well, Ted Baxter. How can I find the words?
I don't know.
Of course, I'm thrilled and excited.
Yes, of course.
However, there is something I feel compelled to say. It has to do with the impression you make on others and the tremendous impact you have on people and how outrageously attractive you are. Oh, I'm boring you.
You're not. You're not. Cross my heart, you're not. Go on.
But would you frustrate them, Ted? You're strong. You're too strong. Almost distant.
You know you're the first one around here to recognize that. Look, I have to go to the studio right now. What are you doing here?
Oh, just some stuff.
Come with me.
Phyllis, how's that stuff coming?
Sorry, Mary, but I need this girl.
Yeah, well, Ted, she's supposed to be doing the filing.
She has more important things to contribute to this show than just filing some dumb blue papers.
Don't worry, Mary. I'll do it later. Hi, Gordy.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Mary, I thought you hired Phyllis to do that.
Blue, I thought I hired Phyllis to do this too, Murray.
Well, if she's not doing that, what is she doing?
Murray, this copy you sent down, Ted doesn't like it. See what you can do to perk it up.
Perk it up?
Phyllis.
Yes.
Murray, would you excuse Phyllis and me for just a minute, please?
Not on your life. I want to hang around and watch you explode.
Explode? Mary doesn't explode.
Yes, Mary does explode. It's just that Mary has this long fuse, you see, and people think that they can take advantage of her because she has this long fuse. But Phyllis, every once in a while, the fuse burns down. And then it's
Let me understand this. You feel I'm taking advantage of you?
Phyllis, look, I gave you a job. You are supposed to be...
Filing.
Filing. You are not supposed to be coming in here and telling... She's got me so crazy I can't think of your name.
Murray.
Thank you, Murray. You are not supposed to be coming in here and telling Murray that...
Ted?
Doesn't like his copy. That's not your job, Phyllis. Your job is to be my assistant.
Co-worker.
Assistant, Phyllis. No, I am not going to do your job for you.
You're right, Mary. You were nice enough to give me this job, and I just got swept up with the glamour of it all. I mean, Ted Baxter, the lights, the cameras. Mary, just as soon as I finish up in the studio, I'll run back here and do this. I'll stay until midnight doing it if I have
It's all right.
to.
No, go, Phyllis. You can do it in the morning. I did most of it Myself, anyway.
Oh, thanks, Mary.
Uh-huh.
Mary, see what you can do to perk this up.
Perk it up.
Hi, Gordo.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
Rockefeller Nelson, Governor. Rockefeller Winthrop, Governor. Rockefeller David. Rockefeller John D. Jr. Rockefeller Happy. Rockefeller Center.
You're filing?
No. That's Phyllis's job. No, I was just looking for something. Ah, here it is.
It's hard to believe that you had an urgent need for the file on Pancho Villa.
Well, you know.
Mm-hmm. Come into my office. Mary, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want the truth. How's your new assistant, Princess Margaret Rose, shaping up?
Just fine. Just fine. You know, it takes a little time to, but she's going to. She's going to be just fine. Just fine. Of course, she has been spending a lot of her time with Ted in the studio. They seem to really have hit it off. I mean, to the point where you might say that she's not quite doing a single bit of work around here.
Mary, you could use a little fatherly advice. The fatherly advice is, why'd you hire her?
Well, that's a hard one to explain, Mr. Grant.
She's a crackerjack typist? She's a great organizer? A whiz at shorthand?
She helped me find my apartment.
Ah! Rule number 1, don't hire friends. I hired a friend once. You know what happened? Worked out great. But that's me. You can't handle it.
I can't handle Phyllis. I mean, I've known her for years, and she's very intelligent, you know, and, well, let me put it this way, Mr. Grant. If Phyllis were drowning, her life wouldn't flash before her eyes. Eleanor Roosevelt's life would flash before her eyes. She's...
Lou, can I see a minute?
No, I'm busy.
Oh.
What'd he say?
Well,
What'd he say?
he's busy.
He's busy? Well, use your strength. Go on, try it again.
All right. Lou, you and I are going to have a little talk.
What do you want?
I want her here.
Ted, I'm too busy to play games.
Well, all right. I'll just talk to the general manager.
All right, Ted. Let's talk.
Phyllis, I think you and I have some filing to do.
Remember when we had that little discussion yesterday? Well, that figure is still in my mind, and this time you're not going to talk me out of it. What's more, not only do I want that raise we discussed, but I also want some new writers on the show. Now, Phyllis here tells me this Norman Mailer fella's pretty good. And if he's not available, how about this Truman Capote?
E.
Oh, yes, that's right. Truman E. Capote.
Look, Ted.
No, Lou, you look. Either I get what I want, or I don't go on tonight.
Mary, would you get me the file on available anchormen and their phone numbers? I may need somebody tonight.
Yes, sir. He's bluffing.
You're bluffing, Lou. Trying to pull the old blufferino, eh? Well, it won't work.
Here they are, Mr. Grant. I think they're all up to date, so almost any one of them should be available.
You're trying to bluff me, too, eh, Mayor? Well, I'm telling you, it won't work, Lou. I want that raise, and I want it fast.
Let's try him first.
Sir.
Who are you going to dial, Mayor? The weather report? Bluff, 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 bluff?
Hello, this is Mr. Lou Grant's office at W.
I think I have some filing to do.
All right, all right. I didn't say I needed those things I want. I just said I wanted to talk about it. And I talked about it.
Who are you calling?
It's going to be fair and warmer.
Mary, she's dangerous. She's actually got Baxter convinced he's capable of human thought. Mary, you've got to...
Keep her away from Ted Baxter.
No,
Give her a good talking to.
no,
Fire her.
that's it.
Seems a little barbaric, doesn't it? Putting candy out to fire somebody?
Melts in your mouth, not in your unemployment line.
Rhoda, she was so awful at work today, but it's just... See, I know it's because underneath that confidence, she's really a massive insecurity, you know? So how am I going to tell her I have to let her go?
I don't know, but you'll think of something, Mary. You're good at that.
It's me.
Oh.
Hi.
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 Good luck.
Good luck. What for?
Oh, nothing. Listen, Phyllis, I have some coffee in the kitchen. Would you like some?
No. I had a cup downstairs.
You're fired. I didn't say that. Phyllis, it just slipped out. I mean, Phyllis, sit down. Phyllis, I am so sorry I said that, but well, at least I said it, you know? At least now it's out. And the important thing to remember here, Phyllis, is that not everybody is right for every job.
I knew it. I kept telling myself, Phyllis, I said, dress dowdy.
What?
Dress dowdy. Sure, I said, Mary's a pleasant-looking single girl, even a nice-looking single girl. But you know how touchy career gals get when you're married and they're not.
Phyllis, what does your being married and my being not have to do with it?
Nothing. No, we'll just say you fired me because I'm not right for the job. Okay? Want to say that?
Phyllis.
No, come on, we'll say that. I'll tell Lars he'll get such a howl out of it. Don't worry, Mary. It doesn't matter, really. Lars and I have fantastic plans for tonight. You know how married people are.
Oh, where are you going?
Oh, we're staying home.
Phyllis, will you please stop apologizing?
I can't help it. I mean, I've been just dumb and awful. I deserve being fired, and I took it so badly when you told me you had to let me go.
Phyllis, you know, this just really is not necessary.
I just want you to know I did a lousy job for you. I didn't do the filing, and I came in late all the time, and I got Lou mad at you, and I caused dissension in the office, and I just generally didn't do my job, and that's all I'm going to say.
Good.
Now, will you sign this?
What is it?
It's a letter of recommendation.
Woman may concern, Phyllis Lindstrom is dependable, efficient, prompt.
Just put your signature right on it.
Takes direction well, organized, mature attitude, excellent. I'm sorry I don't have time to talk. I'm late for work.
You have just a few minutes and a cup of coffee?
Well, I tell you, I'm really in kind of a hurry.
Oh, well, then just make it instant.
Yeah, but Phyllis, you don't understand. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to be late for work. No, I'm not. I am. What is it?
Mary, I'm in a real bind. I've got a deadline, and you've just got to help me.
What do you need?
A cup of coffee. And Ted Baxter.
Ted Baxter?
Yes, to give a talk for my club. I'm in charge of guest speakers, and I don't have any guest speaker for tonight. So can you help me out?
Tonight?
Tonight.
But that's tonight.
I know. I guess you're entitled to the whole story. We had Dr. Herman Davis lined up. You know, the controversial psychiatrist who wrote that great book, Don't Be Embarrassed, about sex. But he backed out. He decided at the last minute he was uncomfortable with women.
Well, I don't know. Ted's not very good at that sort of thing.
But Mary, it's just talking.
Yeah, well, it's just talking that Ted's not very good at.
Mary, if I were in your position, you know that I would do anything I could to help me.
Yeah.
But I can see it's just too much trouble.
Well, Phyllis,
You
look,
really
all right,
find out
let's just
who
say
your
that I
friends
could
are.
get Ted
If
to
you ask
agree to talk.
somebody,
How long would you need him to
Because
talk?
I need him to talk 15 minutes.
Well, I suppose I could get Murray to write something for him.
Great. Oh, great. Our subject for tonight is the world today. Never mind the coffee, Mary. I'm really in a hurry. Do you really help me? I just wish there were something I could do for you.
Phyllis, the only thing I need is to get to work. Listen, my car is in the shop. Do you think you could drive me to work?
Oh, sure.
Well, oh, thank you.
Let's see, it's 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. Sure, if it's really that important to you.
Well, it would help.
Okay, well, it'll take me 15 minutes to get ready, but if you really want me to...
well, no, Phil, forget it, really.
Well, I'll postpone things. I'll move
No,
them
no,
around.
Phil, please. No, don't postpone anything.
I'll drop them
I'll
if
give myself,
necessary.
really. Thanks, anyway.
Oh, don't mention it. What are friends for?
Murray, is the coffee ready yet?
No, not yet, Lou.
No, coffee? We usually have coffee by 9 o'clock, and it's already... How come it's always the Minneapolis clock that's on the blink?
Maybe it's because that's the clock we use all the time, Lou. I mean, if the Tokyo clock stopped, who'd notice?
I need coffee. He almost made sense to me. Does anybody here know how to work this machine?
I can do it. Where do you put the dime?
It's not that kind of machine.
Well, then I can't do it.
Morning, everybody.
Hi, Mayor.
Mary, do you realize that if the Minneapolis clock was working, you'd be 15 minutes late?
I'm sorry, Mr. Grant.
Don't apologize now. Go make coffee now. You can apologize later.
Coffee, right. Hi, Ted, I'm glad to see you.
Coffee.
Coffee, yes. Does anyone have a dime?
See?
I needed to open the cabinet. The handle's broken. Ted, I got a favor to ask of you. You remember my friend, Phyllis Lindstrom? Yeah, well, she is in charge of the guest speakers for her club, and she was wondering whether or not you would make a speech at her club. It's a woman's club.
Well, if they wanted me, I assumed it was a woman's club. Well, gee, I don't know what to say, Mayor. I mean, well, I'd love to.
Oh, Ted, thank you.
Oh, it's nothing. You know, this could be a very interesting experience. I mean, talking in front of all those people in person, I mean. Now I'll be able to actually hear their applause instead of just knowing it's there.
Ted, I don't know how to break this to you, but I don't think people sit at home at night applauding the 6 o'clock news.
Murray.
No, I know just what you're going to say.
Would you write a speech for Ted?
Oh, Mary, I'd love to.
Thank you, Murray.
Mayor, when do those ladies want me to speak?
Well, tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't give me much time for him to prepare.
Well, what is Ted supposed to talk about tonight?
Oh, what difference does it make? They'll love me. Why, I've gotten cheers by just simply cutting a ribbon at a supermarket opening.
Well, that's because they didn't think you could do it.
What the heck am I going to talk about?
Well,
I have this wonderfully amusing anecdote about what happened to me when I bought this suit.
no, Ted, I think what they want is your personal view of the world situation.
He doesn't have one. What they're going to get is my view of his personal view of the world situation.
So all those ladies wanted me.
Well, I better get to work. I've got to write today's news, Ted's speech, and finish my novel before 6 o'clock.
Murray, I didn't know you were writing a novel.
Reading one.
Newsroom. Oh, hi, Phil. Yes, it's all set for tonight. Ted will be there. No, forget it. You don't know me a thing. 8 o'clock, Manning Hall. No, really, Phil, you don't know me anything. Well, I tell you, there is one thing. I could use a ride home tonight about 7 o'clock. Oh, right, of course, the meeting. How could I forget that? No, don't not have your hair done, Phil, really. Yeah, I know. The buses leave every 24 minutes. Yes, Ted will be there. Bye-bye.
Ted will be where?
Oh, well, I just arranged for Ted to speak at a women's club.
Mary, do me a favor. Next time you do something like this, you ask my permission first. Wait, no. I'll save you the trouble. Next time, the answer will be no.
Okay, Mr. Grandpa, why?
Mary, a karate expert's hands can get him in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. But what does that have to do with Ted?
Those hands are considered a deadly weapon. It's the same with Ted's mouth.
Hello.
Hi.
Were you waiting to see somebody?
I'm waiting to see Miss Richards.
I'm Miss Richards.
Are you Miss Richards?
Yes.
I'm Dave Curson. I'm a publicity man. You've probably heard of me.
No, I can't say that I have.
Oh, I'm gonna have to work on that.
Well, would you like to sit down?
Oh, thank you.
What can I do for you?
Well, I saw your name on the board downstairs, and it said you were associate producer of the news.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I thought you'd be the person to see about getting some publicity. You see, I thought if I could get some of my clients on your news program, it would really help my business a lot.
Oh, well, I think probably the man you should see is Lou Grant. He's in charge of the news.
Was that Mr. Grant who just
Yes.
left? Yeah. I don't think I'm ready for Mr. Grant yet.
I know what you mean. So, who are some of your clients?
You've heard of the Midwestern Yo-Yo Association?
Well, I tell you, Mr. Curson, I really don't see how a news program could help publicize yo-yos.
I guess you're right. Well, look, here's my card. If you ever need any publicity for the station, just give me a call.
Oh, Mr. Curson, the telephone number here is crossed out.
Oh, I know that. You see, what happened is the printer made a mistake on the telephone number, so I got them for half price. If he'd only left my name off, I probably could have got them for nothing. Well, bye.
Bye.
Is this a poll?
Yes, it's a...
Mayor.
Yes, Ted?
About tonight, do you think I ought to wear my dark blue suit or my tux?
Oh, well, no, I think the blue suit will be fine.
Okay. Mary.
Yes.
I was just wondering, I mean, if you're through with it,
Yes?
could I have my dime back?
Who is it?
It's me, Phyllis.
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
Yeah, is there something wrong?
Is there something wrong?
Phyllis, will you stop repeating everything I say and tell me what's the matter? Wait a minute. Ted, your club. How did it didn't go well, did it?
Well, it didn't go at all. It just laid there. Mary, you could at least have warned me that he's never spoken in public before.
Phyllis, I did. I told you. What happened?
Well, he wasn't so bad in the beginning when he was reading his speech. I mean, at least he finished. We applauded. It was all very nice.
And?
And then Helen Edwards asked him a question.
Was it a hard question?
But yes, it was. It was, are you for or against women's liberation?
Oh. Was he for it or against it?
Well, we don't know. He just stood there with his mouth open like he was going to say something, and then a sort of glaze came over his eyes. He giggled a couple of times, said something nobody understood, and then he asked if there were any more questions.
Were there?
Well, yes. There were about an hour's worth of questions. And 2 minutes worth of answers.
Poor Teddy must feel just awful.
Why don't you ask him?
Well, I would, but it's a little late to call
He's
somebody.
standing out in the
12
hall.
In my hall?
He didn't want to come in unless he had a personal invitation from you. Do you want to invite him in?
Well, of course I do. Ted, why didn't you come in?
I don't know.
Well, Would you like to come in?
I'm not sure.
Could you phrase that so it's not a question? He seems to take orders rather well.
Ted, get in here.
Yes, Mary.
Can I take your coat?
Another question. I don't know. I just don't know.
Hello, Mr. Grant. It's me, Mary. Mary Richards. Oh, not much. What's new with you? Well, yes, Mr. Grant, I do have a very good reason for calling you at 1 in the morning. I don't know how to say this.
Why don't you just say it?
I guess I'll just say it. Mr. Grant, a little while ago, Ted dropped by, and he was kind of upset, and, Mr. Grant, Ted's locked himself in my bathroom, and he won't come out.
So then what happened, Ted?
So everything was going fine. They were attentive and laughing at what I was saying. Then I realized I wasn't saying anything funny. I should have worn my tux. Somehow you don't laugh at a man when he's wearing a tux.
I don't know. I think you're blowing this whole thing up way out of proportion.
No, he's not, Mary. I was there.
Yeah, but I mean, what does it matter if a few women laughed? I mean, how many could there have been anyway?
25. Actually, we're both right. There were 200 when he started.
Mary, come into my office.
We're just going to make coffee.
They're just going to make coffee.
Ted needs a drink.
Oh, well, Mr. Grant, I really don't think that Ted's
Mary,
in any shape.
Mary.
What, Mr. Grant?
Well, a man's in that kind of shape, he doesn't need milk and cookies.
I got some brandy.
Another glass, please. I never like to see anybody drink alone unless it's...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When I was a kid, the whole family used to practically live in the kitchen.
I've got to get going.
I just got rattled. I didn't know they were going to ask hard questions.
I tried to help him out by asking a question that I was sure he could answer. I asked him where he bought his suit.
Well, how was I supposed to know? I own 3 suits.
Ted, why didn't you just open up your coat and read your label?
Oh, it's sure just easy to second guess. Everybody's a Monday morning quarterback. I'm telling you, Lou, I can't do it. I've lost my charisma. Whatever that is.
Ted, you know, I know just how you feel. I was humiliated once.
You were?
Oh, yeah. It was the high school play, and we were doing Romeo and Juliet, and, well, you know the big scene, the final scene, when Romeo thinks that I'm dead, and I was lying out there, and Romeo was standing over me, and he had just plunged the dagger into himself, and I suddenly had to sneeze. I tried as hard as I could not to sneeze, and I did. I sneezed, and Romeo looked down and said, Gesundheit. And I looked up and ad-libbed, thank you. It was awful.
A high school play, Mary. It's not the same thing.
Oh, but no, Ted, my mother and father were sitting in the audience.
So were mine. They were the first to leave.
Ted, my point is that I survived, and so will you.
Thanks, Mary, for trying to make me feel good. I wish you were better at it. I think I'll go home now.
Ted, you're not going home.
He isn't?
I'm not?
No. You're coming with me. I have a guest room. I'll drive you to work in the morning. It'll be nice.
Thanks, Lou. I love you for that. Good night, Mayor.
Good night, Ted. You know, Mr. Grant, that's really very, very nice.
What's nice? It's the only way I can guarantee you'll show up for work in the morning. Besides, it's a great excuse to get my wife out of the guest room.
That was the senator making that statement at the airport today. Ladies and gentlemen, a serious warning from the University of Minnesota's Atmospherics. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Atmospherics Department. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Dale Wick, head of the Department of that department, announced that in 5 years, smog could reach legal proportions. Oh, lethal proportions. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I seem to be having a little trouble. I'm, just sorry. And now for the lighter side of the news. Population explosion. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry.
Mary, get in here.
Yes, Mr. Grant?
Sit down, Mary. The rating book came in for this week. Take a look at the 6 o'clock news rating.
We went up.
That's right. You know why? I'll tell you. Because people are tuning in to laugh at Ted Baxter. Or, as he might put it, Bed Taxter. He's become the thing to do. We're starting to catch on, Mary. But I don't want that. I don't want to do a successful comedy show with Mr. Blooper. I'd rather do an unsuccessful news show. Is that too much to ask, Mary?
Mr. Grant, are you trying to say that I am to blame for this? I mean, all right, I admit I got Ted involved in that women's club, but I really don't see how that makes all of this my fault.
Sit down.
I didn't...
Maybe, Mary, you haven't noticed this about me before, but I'm one of the few people in my field who doesn't have a peptic ulcer. And one of the reasons for that is that I'm able to delegate blame. Nothing that goes wrong here is my fault. It's Ted's fault. It's Murray's fault. It's Gordy's fault. This is your fault.
It is, isn't it?
So fix it before it begins to look like it's my fault.
This is Ted Baxter saying good nights and good newt.
What was going on in there?
Oh, you don't want to hear about it.
I already did. Hi, Ted.
You're just saying that to make me feel good.
Hey, look, Ted, it was my fault. It was a slow news day. I just couldn't write anything exciting for you to read. Here.
A revolution in South America, a crisis in the Far East, and an earthquake in Peru? No, Murray, it's not the news. It's me. I've lost something. Has anyone seen my hat?
I think it's under Mary's coat. Ted, it's nighttime.
I know. I'm just not in the mood to be recognized.
Excuse me, aren't you...
No, I'm not. I used to be.
He still looks a lot like the...
Hi, Miss Richards.
Oh, hi.
Remember me?
Sure. You're,
Dave Curson.
Dave Curson.
You remembered. Well, it looks like you're busy. I'll come back.
No, I wasn't really. No, I was just about to close up shop. What can I do for you?
Well, you see, I had this idea, and it's probably not a very good one. No, it's no good.
Mr. Curson, why don't you let me hear the idea?
Oh, well, it was an idea I had for the Midwestern Yo-Yo Association.
Uh-huh.
You see, they're having their Midwestern Yo-Yo Championships this Sunday, and I thought maybe your announcer, Paul Price, could accept their Man of the Year award, and then maybe he'd announce it on the 6 o'clock news, you know, if he'd like to. But it's not a very good idea. Never mind.
Mr. Curson, I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't? I think I could get everyone on the station yo-yos, too.
There's just one problem. You see, Paul Price is going to be covering the hockey game on Sunday.
See, I didn't think
But
of
no,
it.
wait a minute. What if we could get Ted Baxter?
Oh, Miss Richards, do you think you could?
Well,
Good night, Mayor.
Murray, do you think we could get Ted to accept a Man of the Year award?
Well, sure, but who'll be dumb enough to give him one?
The Midwestern
Yo Association.
Ted Baxter, Mr. Yo-Yo. Well, the shoe certainly fits.
Anybody got the correct time in Minneapolis?
Subtract 15 hours from Tokyo and add a day.
Thanks.
Morning, Miss Grant.
Morning.
Can I help you with those?
Yeah, I want you to answer these letters.
Spam mail?
Not exactly. Dear sir, the 6 o'clock news is an insult to my intelligence and a disgrace to television. I am not going to watch the show anymore. And neither are my mommy and daddy. Did you ever get a hate letter written in crayon?
Mr. Grant, have you seen Ted this morning? I think I might have some good news for you.
My good news is I haven't seen Ted this morning.
Oh, Lou. Got to see you about a couple of things.
What is it, Ted?
First of all, there are no bath towels in my dressing room again.
There's no bath in your dressing room.
That's the second thing I want to see you about. Who ever heard of an anchorman's dressing room without a bath? I want you to get on that right away, Lou. After all, it's not too much to ask for. I understand Cronkite's got a sauna.
How'd you do it?
I got 600 people to give him an award. 600 people all applauding, and all Ted had to say was, thank you.
Well, it sure worked. Ted's back in shape, and we certainly needed him back in shape. Ted's his old self again.
He sure is.
You understand, of course, why I can't bring myself to thank you for that.
Oh.
Hi, Miss Richards.
Hi, Dave Curson.
Dave Curson, remember me?
Yeah.
I got Ted Baxter's award back from the engraver.
Oh.
The towels are real nice, Lou. Thanks.
You're welcome, Ted.
Maybe the next time you can get me some cloth ones.
Yeah.
Ted, your award came back from the engravers, and Dave wanted to present it to you.
Oh.
Good luck.
Oh, isn't it lovely?
What does it say, Ted?
To Ted Baxter.
Oh, read the rest of it, Ted.
Yo-Yo Man of the Year. Got any more of these little award things?
As a matter of fact, I do. You see, I have another group here. It's the Minneapolis Association of Shoe Repairmen.
Any earlier. But you see, Christmas Eve is just like any other day when you're doing a news show. Well, let's see, it's a 4-hour drive. If I leave here at 7, I should be there by 8 o'clock. Well, I'm gonna drive fast because I can't wait to see you. All right, I won't drive fast. I won't, I promise. Mom, don't worry. I won't be there until 1 in the morning, okay? Okay. Bye, Mom. Love to all. Yeah, I'll see you next week. Merry Christmas to you, too. Bye-bye. Morning, Mr. Grant.
The only thing missing is an electric train. You got the nativity scene in your drawer? That's incredible.
I haven't had time to set it up, but I thought it would go very nicely on the filing cabinet.
I was kidding.
Mr. Grant, I don't suppose there's any chance that I could get off early Christmas Eve, is there? See, I'm going to drive up to spend Christmas Day with my family.
Mary, come into my office. Mary, the thing I wanted to talk to you...
Well, it's Christmas. You had to have something in here.
It's not gonna drop needles all over my desk, is it? Sit down. You know, Mary, I haven't had Christmas off in 7 years.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, it's not too bad. You get used to it. Christmas is just like any other day when you work in a newsroom. You know what I mean?
No.
Oh. You gotta work on Christmas.
I've got to work on Christmas?
Well, that's another way of putting it.
Listen, I never thought that I would be working on Christmas. I better go call my mom. She's sentimental about Christmas.
I have a feeling that when I go to sleep tonight, 3 ghosts are going to visit me.
Rhoda, aren't you going to help me decorate it all?
I just decorated an entire department store. Hey, Mary, why don't you hang our pantyhose? They hold more.
I never thought of that.
Mary, hurry up!
Hi.
What? Ooh. You know the wonderful thing about living in Minnesota? We always have a white Christmas.
The thing that gets me is the white Easters.
I never saw so much stuff.
I can't help myself. I'm just a Christmas nut.
Not just Christmas.
I'm sure you feel the same way about Hanukkah, Rhoda.
Oh, sure. Hanukkah, Christmas.
Mary, do you mind if I leave Bess's gifts here? I don't want her to find them. She's been hunting around the apartment since Halloween.
Oh, sure.
Well, you see, this stuff is fantastic.
Did you get anything for me? It's not exactly what I wanted.
It's a 1/4 scale transparent figure with all the intestines. It's very educational also.
Hey, Mary, don't you wish they had this kind of stuff when we were kids?
Oh, Rhoda, look!
Oh, now she is adorable.
Oh.
This doll is some dresser. I've been looking for a pair of shoes like this all winter.
Didn't she, darling?
Is she a talking doll?
No.
Ah, too bad. I was hoping she could tell me where she got those shoes.
What are you getting for Lars?
Hey, he's a doctor. Why don't you give him this thing with the intestines?
Yeah.
That is for him.
Do you have any idea what he's giving you?
He told me I could pick my own gift this year.
Yeah.
I picked cash. I'll be back up tomorrow to wrap these. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Bye.
you too. Oh, wow, this is going to be some weird Christmas.
What do you mean, man?
Well, my apartment's all decorated. I got presents under the tree, and I'm not going to be here to enjoy it. I'll be working.
That's it. Cheer yourself up.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. When I was a little girl, we used to drive up to my grandparents' every Christmas, and on the way, we'd pass this diner, and there'd be these little old men having their Christmas dinner all alone, and it's just that this year I'm going to be one of those little old men.
You know, I came down here because I was a little depressed, but said to myself, Mary will cheer me up.
Yeah, I got an idea. I didn't have to work Christmas Eve. Why don't you and I celebrate it together?
I don't know, Mare. I get the feeling that Christmas Eve with you could be pretty grim.
No, come on, I'll be good, I promise. We'll light the tree and build a fire, and we'll have some eggnog and open our presents. Come on, what do you say?
Okay, you're on. Good. Hey, listen, does this mean we're going to exchange gifts?
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Did you get mine yet?
Yeah?
What is it?
Rhoda, you're not supposed to ask that.
How about a hint? Mary, I'm very competitive. I want to get you something better.
That's not exactly the Christmas spirit, fella. It's not what I'd call the Christmas spirit. No, sir, that is not the Christmas spirit.
Well, what's wrong, Ted?
Oh, they're just rubbing it in down the hall because they're having a Christmas party and we're not.
Who's having the party?
Everybody except us. In particular, that darn Chuckles a clown. Hey, clown, you're not funny. I don't know why we can't have a Christmas party.
Oh, yes, you do. Because of what you did last year.
What'd you do, Ted?
I don't remember. I go to a lot of parties. I don't know everything.
What did he do?
Ah, well, you know how it is. You get a few drinks in you and you feel like telling off the boss.
Except he did it on the air.
You're kidding. You mean he actually told you off on the air?
No, he didn't tell me off.
Well, who then?
The president.
The United States?
Of America.
Why?
Well, he sent the president a Christmas card and got mad because he didn't get one back. Hi, Fred.
Hiya, Fred. How you doing?
Why don't you ask me New Year's Eve? I have to work then, too.
Murray, we said we weren't going to exchange presents.
Oh, I know, but, well, I felt so bad about you not being able to get home and all. I hope you like it.
Oh, but Murray, the point is we did discuss it and we decided no presents. Oh, well, I don't know what to say. Except, here's yours.
Oh, gee, man.
Merry Christmas. I know. Listen, Murray, don't feel badly about me. Rhoda and I are going to have dinner together tonight, open some presents, and have a little celebration.
The Silver Santa's here. Right now, I have personalized gifties for each one of my little elves. Lou?
Gee, I wonder what it is.
It's either a record album or a very stiff handkerchief.
Fred? Mary? Thanks for the tie, Mayor.
Oh, you're welcome, Ted. I hope it fits.
Harlan?
Ted, why don't we just file by and help ourselves?
There's a way of doing these things, Murr. Avery?
He's the only man I know that can make Christmas seem like mail call.
Murray?
Yo. Thanks a lot, Ted.
Oh, this is terrific,
I'm
Ted.
glad you like it, Lou.
Yes, the year in review is told by Ted Baxter.
I had the engineers make it up. It's a compilation of my best stuff.
I'm surprised you needed an LP.
Mary,
Oh, thank you.
I heard about you not being able to go home for Christmas after planning to and all.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing, but everybody here has the same problem, or one like it. Look at you. It's Christmas Eve, and you have to work tonight.
Well, I just want you to know that tomorrow when you're working and I'm at home, I'll be thinking about you.
Oh, thank you, Fred. That's very nice.
And I guess tonight when I'm working and you're at home, you'll be thinking about me.
Well, I will now.
You know, I just thought of something. When somebody's got a big family like I have, it seems a shame not to share it. So I was wondering,
Yes?
would you work for me tonight?
Would I?
Look, Mary, I wouldn't ask you if you were going home to your family, but what's Christmas Eve to you? You're going to be all alone. I'll trade you. I'll work New Year's Day for you. That way you'll be able to watch all the football games.
Fred, I...
Look, Mary, please. I've never spent Christmas Eve with my kids.
Oh, Fred, that last part wasn't fair.
I know, but I'm desperate. Mary, will you work for me tonight?
Oh, right.
Aw,
yes.
thanks.
Will you at least cover for me while I go home and have some dinner?
Oh, sure. And, Mary, I just want you to know I feel terrible about this.
Good. Who is it?
Ho, ho, ho!
Come on in, Rhoda.
Hi. I'm not coming in yet because I had this big package out here. So big that I had to open the door first. Now I am bringing this big package into your apartment. And I am placing it under your tree. No, I'm not. I can't stand it. You gotta open it now, Mary.
Rhoda. It's for me?
Yeah, for you. Merry Christmas.
Big. Should I open it now?
Yeah, go on.
It looks like somebody already opened it.
I did. I opened it a few times to take a look at this fantastic gift.
Oh, Rhoda! Oh, it's
Isn't it great? Huh?
Oh, well.
Hey, listen, let me break you in on it. You'll be able to get your license and then solo in no time. Miss Richards, this is your griddle area.
Yeah.
If you wish to fry an egg.
Yes.
Then, of course, here is your rotisserie. If you wish to barbecue an egg.
Uh-huh.
Then we have the oven for your basic baked egg.
Yes. What's this?
That's your egg.
I knew it.
Well, Mary, what do you think?
Rhoda, I think it is just wonderful, and I think you spend too much money.
Don't worry. I got an employee's discount down at the store.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I have yours, and it's not half as nice.
40% is nice.
Well,
it's not too big, is it? No kidding. Oh, this is fun. Oh, Mary, it's gorgeous. And you paid full price, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what this will go great with? My new suit.
Well, you think this is an accident? Why do you think I picked it out?
Oh, kid, thanks. I love it. I do.
Hey, me too. Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Hey, you know what else my new blouse will go great with?
What?
Your rotisserie.
Huh?
I can wear it while you cook a turkey in there. I bought one for us for tonight. I'll go get it.
Well, Rhoda, wait. Listen, how fast do you think that thing can cook a turkey?
Why?
Because I have to leave for the office in 10 minutes.
For what?
To work.
What?
I traded with a man so that he could be with his... I don't even want to go into it.
Terrific. Wonderful. You get me all hyped up for Christmas Eve and then you run out like this. What am I supposed to do? Stand out in the snow and light matches?
Rhoda, will you please? You know, this has been a rough week, and the worst part is just about to begin.
Okay, kid. Listen, I'll see you later tonight, huh?
No, I have to work till midnight.
Oh, well, then I'll see you tomorrow.
I can't. I'm working tomorrow. It's Christmas.
Well, have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
And now this final Yuletide item. We have just received word from a U.S. radar base in northernmost Alaska that an unusual flying object's been sighted. A sleigh with 8 tiny reindeer. Piloting the vehicle, a man who was overheard to say, "Ho, ho, ho." Anyone knowing the identity of this man, please contact the nearest child. This is Ted Baxter saying, Merry Christmas to you and yours, from me and mine.
Murray, did you write that last part?
No. As a matter of fact, that's the only news story Ted ever wrote in his life. He does it every year. He even had thousands of copies printed up for people who write in requesting it. He still has thousands of copies. Well, I better get going. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Oh, Mary! How could you let Fred talk you into working Christmas Eve? I mean, it's bad enough you can't go home, but working tonight.
Well, it's all right. Look, Fred has a family to spend the evening with.
Oh, his family isn't so great. They bought an aluminum tree this year. Well, Mary, guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Mary.
Not much for you to check tonight. Everything's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I know. Typical Christmas Eve. There's an envelope for you on the desk there.
Who's it from?
Me.
The crystal bells of Christmas bring love and cheer tonight to wish for you. Oh, Mr. Grant, I really...
I don't know what to buy her, because you get yourself something.
Mr. Grant, I can't accept this.
Sure you can.
But a blank check.
What? Huh? That's a mistake.
Why don't I just wait outside while you...
No. All I have to do is fill in an amount here. Can I have the card back, please? if you don't mind. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mr. Grant.
Mary, it's none of my business why you're working for Fred on Christmas Eve.
Yes, it is, Mr. Grant. You're head of the newsroom.
No, I don't want it to be my business. Because if it is, then I have to feel responsible for you being here all alone.
Oh, Mr. Grant, thank you. But I'm not going to be alone. The cleaning crew will be coming around.
No, they won't. They don't work on Christmas Eve.
Well, then there's the night watchman.
There's only one man on duty tonight, and he has to stay downstairs in the lobby.
Well, it's comforting then to know that there'll be somebody only 12 floors away.
Look, I got some paperwork I can do. I'll stay. You go on.
No, Mr. Grant, you know it would make it a lot easier on me if everyone would just stop feeling sorry for me and go home and have a Merry Christmas.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Well, you too. Good night.
Good night.
So, may your days be merry.
Hello there. Hello. Hello. Hey, Fred, you there? Hey, Fred, I got a great joke for you. Hey, Fred, now don't mess around. This is really a great story I got.
Hello?
Fred?
No, I'm filling in for him tonight. Who is this?
Charlie.
Oh, hi, Charlie. Charlie, I don't know what this is connected to. Where are you?
Out at the transmitter. I'm Charlie.
Oh.
You've heard of me.
Yes, Charlie out at the transmitter.
Right.
Well. How is the transmitter?
Sort of quiet tonight.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm all alone here, too.
Well, so long.
Well, wait. Charlie, can't we talk or something?
What about?
Well, you said you had a good joke.
Oh, yeah. There were these two guys, and they're walking down this big alley. What's your name again?
Mary.
I can't tell it to you.
Well, then, can't we talk about something else?
I don't know what to say to you. I've never spoken to you before.
Charlie, do you have any family?
Nothing but 4 kids, 9 grandkids.
Gee, I bet you wish you could be with them tonight, huh?
I will be in about 15 minutes. The whole family's meeting over my son Paul's place. Every year we have a real old-fashioned Christmas. You'll get the kids up, and they'll open up some of their presents. Do you have any family?
Well, not tonight, I don't know. It was really nice talking to you, Charlie.
Same here, and Merry Christmas.
You too. Oh, over and out. Merry Christmas, newsroom. Hello? Hello? Hello, Rhoda. Listen, there's not supposed to be anyone in the building, and I just heard the elevator. Rhoda, I can't call the police. What am I going to tell them, that I heard an elevator? I can't call the police until the murderer gets off the elevator. There he is. He's off the elevator. He's brought his gang. Rhoda, listen. You were my best friend, and I really liked your Christmas present.
We were going to call you, but Ted wanted it to be a surprise. Were you surprised?
Was I surprised? Oh!
Hello, newsroom. Season's greetings.
Mr. Green.
What do you mean, is this the murderer?
That's for me.
You're the murderer?
Rhoda, yes, everything's fine. Yes, of course, I'm sure. No, nobody's forcing me to say that. No, it's just Mr. Grant and Ted and Murray. I don't know why they're here.
We're having a Christmas party.
They're having a Christmas party.
No. We're having a Christmas party. All of us.
We are, yes. Hey, why don't you come down? All right, we'll see you in a little while. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, too. Bye. Oh, Mr. Grant. Oh, Murray, thank you.
Mary.
Oh, Ted, thank you. Oh, Ted, I'm sorry. Oh, it's just so good to see you.
Come on, Mary. The party's at my place.
Okay, I'll get my coat.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not off till midnight.
Oh, come on, Lou. It's Christmas Eve. What's the difference?
The difference is that the general manager has a habit of calling at 2 minutes to midnight to wish the night man a Merry Christmas. If the night man isn't here...
You mean we have to kill a half hour here?
Well, let's make good use of it. Come on, I got some paperwork I can take care of.
Well, I guess I can write some fillers for tomorrow night's show.
I think I'll go listen to my album.
Hey, Mary, can you type this up again?
Oh, sure, Mr. Grant. Da 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 da.
La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la.
Don we now our gay apparel.
Mary!
Yeah, come on in, Rhoda.
Hey, Mare, can you get me a lift to work this morning? My carpool didn't pick me up.
How come?
They're sore at me. It finally dawned on them I don't have a car.
Yeah, I'd be glad to.
Good.
Hey, Rhoda, do I look all right to you?
Terrific.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's some color.
Yeah, good.
Nice.
All right, dress, you are no longer returnable. You are mine, all mine.
I never knew anyone to buy a brand new dress for a Wednesday morning.
Well, I just want to make an impression on somebody.
Really?
Yes.
Great. Tell me all about him.
Well, he's got a terrific sense of humor and a great personality.
Hey, that's how people describe me. He can't be too great. What does he look like?
He also happens to be very good looking, slightly gray.
Slightly gray. Where? His face? His suit?
Around temples.
Has he got a name?
His name is Paul Arnell. Hey, well, you've met his brother, Howard Arnell. Remember, I dated him a couple of times?
Oh, that Howard, yes.
But don't worry, Paul is nothing like Howard. I mean, I don't think Paul even owns a tie that lights up in the dark.
Well, how did you meet Paul? I mean, did Howard introduce you to him?
No, we're doing a series of interviews with Congressman Styron, and Paul writes his speeches, so we've met a couple of times, and He's coming by the office today, so... Ta-da!
Yeah. Has he asked you out or anything?
Well, he did once. I couldn't make it. I told him I was doing something.
So tell him you've stopped doing it.
Hello? Who? Oh, hi, Howard.
Howard Arnell?
Yeah, I did. I bumped into Paul the other day. Well, I don't remember giving him any message. Oh, unless you mean I told him to be sure and say hi to Howard. And you're just calling to say hi right back. Well, hi. Listen, Howard, I've got to run. I've got some guests here. Yes, a few people just dropped in. Oh, I don't know. I guess they'll be here a couple of hours anyway. You what? You'll hold. Oh, yes, of course. I knew you were just kidding, Howard. I knew that. Listen, I have to go. No, all right, I won't take any wooden nickels. Yes, I'll be sure to say hi to Paul when I see him. Right, good talking to you, too. Bye-bye, Howard.
Quick, before he calls again.
Mary, have you got Congressman Styron's questions for Paul Arnell when he gets here?
Right on your desk.
Good.
You know, Murray, I've been meaning to ask you, just, hypothetically speaking, if a man has asked a woman out and she couldn't make it, how does she go about asking him or getting him to ask her out again?
Oh, well, it depends on who the particular man is and who the particular woman is.
Well, nobody in particular. Any two people, just hypothetically speaking.
Hey, is the hypothetical woman you?
I shouldn't even have brought it up. There's something, kind of interesting about him.
Who?
Paul Arnell.
Paul Arnell? Hey, he's great. Why don't you go out with him?
Well, I don't know. Just came off the wire, Mr. Grant.
Oh, thanks. Mary?
Sir?
Skip it.
Skip what?
Sit down. Mary, I know what you think of me. Same as everyone else thinks of me. All business, no time for sentiment. Tough, Lou Grant.
Oh, no, Mr. Grant, I don't think that you're so,
What?
Well, usually I do. You're tough, Lou Grant.
But underneath it all, Mary, I think of you like a daughter, which is saying a lot. Because I have 3 daughters, and one of them I don't even think of as a daughter.
You're very sweet. In a tough sort of way.
Right. So when I heard certain things around the office, I made certain inquiries so that maybe I could help you out with a certain situation.
Well, I certainly want to thank you, Mr. Grant, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Not what? Who? Paul Arnell.
What?
Fellow makes $13,000 a year, lives here in town, BA from Dartmouth, military, 4 years in the Air Force he served.
No, Mr. Grant, I don't want to hear this.
Marital status?
Go on.
Never been married.
Thank you. Murray, you just couldn't wait to go and tell Mr. Grant about Paul Arnell.
Oh, hey, it wasn't like that at all. Look, the man asked me a direct question, and I had to answer him. He said who, and I said Paul Arnell.
Could you tell me why Mr. Grant would say who?
Because he said, guess what guy Mary's interested in?
Mary's interested in someone? Who? Don't tell me who it is. Just what are the initials?
Oh, Ted.
Oh, come on, Mayor. Everyone here knows but me. Mayor, how about you? Come on, what are the initials?
All right. The initials are P.A.
P.A.
As in Paul Arnell.
Oh, as in Paul Arnell. It wouldn't be Peter or somebody, would it, Mayor?
Okay. Everybody here is acting pretty cute, but let me tell you, if you're still acting pretty cute when he gets here, I mean it, I'm gonna quit.
Mary, don't worry. We won't even be here. We'll leave, okay?
Okay.
Oh, hi, Paul.
Hi.
Arnell, good to see you.
Paul Arnell, P.A. Paul Arnell.
Now, we gotta go now, Paul. Come
I
on,
guessed
Ted.
it, didn't I? Didn't I guess it?
Hi.
Hi.
What's the matter with your eye?
Hi. No, it's gonna be all right. It's okay.
Did you get something in it?
Just a fist.
A what?
No, nothing. It's,
Paul, let me see it.
pretty bad, huh?
No, it looks pretty good.
Oh, really? It's amazing to me how much punishment the human face can take before it breaks. Oh. Do you get any coffee?
Yeah, sure, but Paul, what happened?
Oh, I was sitting next to this guy at a lunch counter, and he's reading Styron's speech in the newspaper, and he's making loud, rude remarks, you know.
Uh-huh.
So oh, cream and sugar?
Okay.
Thanks.
Did you tell him that you wrote it?
Oh, no, not right away. He had a tattoo.
Paul, what has that got to do with it?
Well, Mary, look, there are two kinds of people in the world. Guys with tattoos and guys who are afraid of getting hit by guys with tattoos.
Well, did you finally tell him that you wrote the speech?
Yeah. So anyway, I stop. I say, hey, look, look, my friend, I wrote that speech. Right? So he gets a little embarrassed, you know, and that's when he hit me.
Well, you didn't get into a real, you know, a fight, did
Fight?
you?
No, Mary, there was no fight.
Good.
It was more like a beating up.
Well, at least you acted civilized. I mean, you didn't hit him back.
Worse. I did worse. I kicked him. I mean, you know what I mean? All your life, since you're a kid, all you ever hear is men don't kick, not under any circumstances.
And girls don't bite or scratch.
Yeah, well, except during wartime, then maybe an enemy soldier would kick.
Yeah, or bite or scratch even.
Yeah,
anything.
well, but not a wholesome American boy.
Right. Hey, Paul, that eye does look like it's beginning to swell up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You put hot water or cold water on a swelling
You go
eye.
sit down, I'll do it.
Ooh. You know, I think I wrecked my toe.
When you kicked him?
Yeah, I missed him and I hit the counter. But I think I got him. I think he must have broken his fist on my face. Oh, yeah, that's good. Other eye?
He hit you there, too?
No, it just feels good.
Your eye?
Say, listen, Mary, would you be suspicious if I showed up at your apartment every night and you had to fix up my eye?
No, not in the least.
Oh. Would you, how about Friday night, say around 8 o'clock? Are you busy?
Friday night at,
Without a swollen eye.
No, I'm not busy. I'd like that.
Great. That's terrific. I'll be looking forward to it.
Me too.
Yeah. See you.
Paul! The Styron interview. We still haven't gone over the Styron material.
Styron, right, yeah. Sure, I made such a great exit. Why is nothing ever perfect?
Hey, Mary. I don't see one person with graying temples. Give me a zip.
Oh, sure. Don't you feel a little peculiar about going out with Paul?
Why?
Because of Howard.
Rhoda, I told you, Howard and I were never what you'd call a big thing.
Mary, I thought he told you he loved you.
Yeah, he did. He tells everybody he loves them. I mean, Rhoda, if you dialed the wrong number and got Howard, he'd tell you he loves you.
You would, huh? That's worth a dime. It's been a while. Oh. It's a magnifying mirror. Mary, why didn't you warn me? I thought it was a relief map of the moon. When they sell a magnifying mirror, they should include a printed suicide note.
Rhoda, I think that's probably Paul.
Yeah, probably.
So, you want to...
Okay. If you want me to stay around and help you break the ice, I'd be glad to. Hi, Paul.
Hi.
Let me take your coat.
Oh.
I'd like you to meet my friend, Rhoda Morgenstern. This is Paul Arnell.
Ah.
Well, hello, Paul.
Nice to see you.
Now, Mary didn't tell me she was expecting company. I guess I'll just be running along. Say, Mary, you know that package that was delivered? Well, you know the one I mean. It has very nice wrapping.
Very nice wrapping.
Good night, Rhoda.
Much nicer than its brother.
Hello.
Hello. I was going to bring you something, but I couldn't decide what.
What do you mean, like candy?
Or gum, I don't know. Something kind of first date-like. Look, I'll tell you the truth, man. I hate first dates.
Oh, Paul, me too. I hate them.
It's
So
just
would you
every
like to
time I
sit
get-
down? There.
sorry.
The first date craziness.
Right.
Sit down.
Thanks. Say, Mary, do you remember when I was beaten up and I came to your office the other day?
Yeah?
Well, why don't we call that our first date, and then we can call this our second date?
Terrific. I
Oh.
love that idea.
Good. Also, listen, I don't want you to think I'm rushing into things, but this just being our second date, I'd like to take you home and have you meet my folks. It's not what you think. See, they're leaving for Europe tomorrow for 2 months, and I've just got to stop by.
Oh, well, sure. I'd like to see them again. I met them once with Howard.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's really not where I would like to take you on our first time out. Second time. You know, if this was our first date, in a couple of hours, I'd probably be standing right here, wondering, should I kiss her goodnight while I got her? Or should I just wait, take a chance? Maybe she'll invite me in. You know what I mean? All that stupid
I
stuff.
know. Like, should I let him know that I wouldn't mind if he kissed me goodnight, or then would he think that I was, well, you know.
Mary, just to get it out of the way. I want you to know, Mary, that I still respect you.
Well, Mother, look who's here.
Well, we just stopped by to see if this charming house was for sale. Should you remember Mary Richards?
Such a pleasant surprise.
Well, Mary, what a coincidence. We were just talking about you the other day.
Oh, really?
Won't you sit down?
Now, before you get settled, I got something to show you in the workshop. Howard's invented a new one.
You may not know this, Mary, but our Howard is considered an innovative genius in his field.
You know, I've never really been sure what his field was. I mean, I know he has something to do with bow ties that light up.
That's it. The under $9 novelty business. Look at the cigarette box.
Cigarette smoking may be hazardous to your health. Cigarette smoking may be...
That's Howard.
Hi.
To think.
Oh, Mary, you're standing on hallowed ground. Isn't this true, Mom? Right on this exact spot, in May 29th, 1968, Howard Arnell invented reversible socks.
Plain on one side, Argyle on the other.
Don't feel compelled to comment. A simple gasp will do. Dad, wait up!
It's a lovely home.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, who are all the kids?
Oh, they're Howard.
Where's Paul?
Oh, here. It's not very good of him, but it's quite flattering of the Santa Claus. Would you like some coffee?
Yes, thank you. Just black, please.
It was a lovely idea of Howard's to have Paul bring you by.
Oh, no, it wasn't Howard's idea. It was Paul's.
Oh, really? But it sounds so Howard. So considerate.
Huh?
When was the last time you talked with him?
With Howard, just a couple of days ago, as a matter of fact.
How did he sound?
Well, he sounded like Howard.
What a lovely thing to say. Let me tell you, Mary, all we hear from our boy 24 hours a day is marry this and marry that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. His father said to me, when are Howard and Mary going to tie the knot? But I said, well, that's up to Mary. After all, she's Howard's girl.
Very funny, Paul. I show him Howard's new musical razor that's already sold over 500 gross. All they can say is very cute, but does it play Melancholy Baby?
Come on, Dad. Yeah, so I made a joke. I mean, I think it's great that they're selling.
He
made a joke. Sure, he made a joke. That's why he wouldn't go in business with me, because the whole thing is one big joke. Ha ha. Well, novelties are no joke to Howard.
Brian, we have company.
I'm sure to a big Ivy Leaguer like Paul, a joke of a business like novelties, well, how can it compare with writing out a lot of speeches for people?
Well, now, Dad, wait a minute. It's not what you call just writing out a lot of speeches for people.
Oh, Polly, he's just talking.
Oh, yeah, Mom, I know. But I mean, I've got to say it. It's not what you'd call writing out a lot of speeches for people. It's trying to get the thoughts of a very dedicated and concerned man down on paper. Did you read Styron's last speech?
His last speech? No, he didn't.
Well, you should have. Look, all the New York papers said it was a turning point in Styron's career, and that with his kind of outspokenness, he could be a contender for governor in a few years, and after that, who knows, he could go any place, even the White House. Maybe even the White House, Dad. So when I'm writing for Styron, that's what I'm writing about.
Well, as long as you're keeping busy.
Well, it's good to be home.
Well, listen, this is your bon voyage party, so let's wish you a bon voyage. And are you really looking forward to your trip?
We're going to London, Dublin, Asia, and Paris. Tell me, is there something you'd like us to bring you back?
Oh, well, that's very sweet, but no, thank you.
How about some nice Irish lace? Howard would love you in lace.
Mom.
Well, he would. After all, Irish lace makes such a nice, you-know-what veil.
Well, thank you, Paul. I had a really great, time.
Oh, sure. You had such a great time. You're home at 9:30. If you would have had any more of a great time, you could have been home by 8:30. Now, Mary, I'll tell you, they're just weird on the subject of Howard. You know, that talk about you and Howard, I should have said something.
No, I should have said something. It's just that it's a little difficult to tell a woman you're not interested in her son when you're staring into practically a shrine of his baby pictures. Would you like some coffee?
No, thanks, Mary, no. I tell you, I'm going back to the house.
What, now?
Yes, right now. Those two people are leaving for Europe tomorrow for 2 months. Now, I don't want them spending another 60 days thinking you're Howard's girl. Do you want to come with me?
Well, I don't know. I think I'd probably feel a little funny.
Well, okay, if you feel funny, but I've got to go back there. He walks up the stairs to the door, hoping she'll follow. He looks back. She gave him an encouraging smile. Then she made a decision. She's going with him. And a moment later, she's there by his side.
Taking his arm, she turned out the lights. And they walked wordlessly into the night. Mrs. Arnell, we didn't realize that you'd be,
No, Mary, come in.
We didn't want to disturb you folks.
Oh, you're not disturbing us. We were sort of hoping you'd pop back, weren't we, Brian?
What do you mean, tonight?
I don't know how to start here. Yes, I do. Listen, Mom, Mary is my date. She's not Howard's girl.
Does Howard know this?
Mrs. Arnell, I went out with Howard exactly 3 times. He asked me out a 4th time, which was about 11 months ago, and I said no.
Are you trying to tell me that your plans for the marriage are off?
Yeah, I think I could safely say that the plans for the marriage are off.
Well, as long as you're here, you may as well sit down.
So, Mom, what are you, looking in slides, huh?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you were. You were looking at slides. So, Dad, where'd you get all these viewer things?
Howard got a deal on him, so he's trying to work him into something musical.
Hey, there's a nice shot.
That's Dublin.
I thought that you two had never been to Europe, Mrs. Arnell. Mr. Arnell, I thought you had never been to Europe.
We haven't. These are places we're going to visit. So we'll recognize them when we get there. Come on, Mother. Look at slides. It's getting late. Okay, here we go. Viewers up, everybody. Everybody click to number 1. Everybody got number 1?
Yeah.
Good.
Gee, this certainly is beautiful. Where is it?
Looks like Disneyland.
No, Dad. It's the Kremlin.
Well, we're not going there. Number 2, everybody click to number 2.
You can click all you want, but I'm not going.
You're not what?
I'm not going to Europe, Brian. That's all, period.
What are you, crazy, Mom? What do you mean you're not going?
She's going. Click to number 3, everybody. Number 3.
Click, 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 Brian, but I'm not leaving my 2 sons alone in America with that. Well, I'm just not leaving my 2 sons alone in America.
Oh,
Mrs. Arnell.
I don't want to discuss it.
No, Mrs. Arnell, really. I mean, I don't have any designs on your sons. I mean, Howard and I never did have any kind of relationship, and Paul and I are just on our first date, so, you know, we don't even know how we feel about each other, so go.
Wrong. Speak for yourself. I know how I feel about you. I'm crazy about her.
4. Everybody click to number 4.
That's a nice clear shot, isn't it? That's Paris.
Wait for me, Brian. Let me catch up.
All right. Now, this thing here, of course, is your Eiffel Tower.
Wouldn't Howard love to see this? I miss him already.
Well, maybe you could take him with you.
7. Everybody, let's click right on to 7. Everybody got number 7?
Yep.
You get the feeling we're always standing here?
Yeah, well, sort of, yes.
Well, here we are. Do I come in? Do I say goodnight? Do I talk a lot to cover my self-consciousness?
Why don't we discuss it inside?
Well, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., the folks are off.
You think your mother's ever going to recover?
Recover? What if she sees her present?
Well, what'd you get her?
Howard. I bought him a ticket.
Mary, it's Friday. What do you say we go out and buy ourselves a nice lunch?
Oh, gee, I'd love to, Murray, but I just don't think I can afford it.
Oh, well, maybe I could lend it to you.
No, I still owe you $5 from last Friday.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Don't you remember we had lunch at Quo Vadis?
Alfredo's.
And I ordered lobster thermidor.
Lobster Newburgh.
And so you lent me some money, remember?
No, I completely forgotten. We having the old Friday luncherino, gang? How about it, Mayor?
Well, I'm afraid it's going to have to just be you and Murray, Ted. I'm a little short this week.
Oh, well, if you need to borrow any money, I'm sure Murray here would be glad to lend it to you.
Newsroom, Mary Richards.
Bob Freelander here, General Manager of WKS.
Yes, sir. Just a moment. I'll put Mr. Grant on.
No, I want to talk to you.
To me?
I'm interviewing several young women for a producer's job. I'd like to talk to you about it.
You're considering me for a producer's job?
Yes, on a new talk show for ladies. We're calling it The Ladies Talk Show.
Certainly is catchy.
How soon can you get in here so we can talk?
Well, I don't see how I can during, working hours.
Then we'll do it today on your lunch hour. We can have lunch and chat right here in my office. Let's say 12:30.
Well, all right. 12:30 will be fine. I'll see you then.
Oh, wait a minute. I'd like to order some lunch. What would you like?
Oh, hamburger and coffee.
If you're ordering lunch, get me a ham sandwich, a glass of milk, and a side of French fries.
And a ham sandwich, a glass of milk, and a side of fries.
I'll have a pastrami on rye and a vanilla shake.
On Ryan.
Is it good news or bad news, Mary?
Phyllis, since when do you greet bad news with champagne?
Champagne, Mary! I didn't know they even made it in Idaho. So, what's the news?
So, the news is that I have been offered a new job. To produce a women's talk show at another television station.
Mary,
Yes,
producer!
Oh, that's terrific! It means a lot more money. It means my own office and a private secretary.
Hey, and you'll meet new guys, and you'll be able to afford a whole new wardrobe.
Right? And I don't want to do it.
Oh, yeah. Money, guys, glamour, who wants that?
If you don't want the job, then why the champagne?
Because I'm going to have to take this job. I can't afford not to. So I am trying to convince myself that I'm really happy about it. So why don't we have some champagne and celebrate my new job?
Why don't we?
Because I don't want a new job. I mean, I will be leaving a lot of people that I love, and I feel like a traitor to Mr. Grant.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Your only loyalty should be to yourself.
But Phil, Mr. Grant took a big chance on me. I mean, when he hired me, I was completely inexperienced.
That's like saying that I owe Lars something for marrying me because I was completely inexperienced. Mary, take the job. You owe it to yourself.
Just don't know.
Mary, look, if you don't want to leave, go into Lou Grant and demand a raise.
Oh, Rhoda, I could get a raise. What I need is a raise.
It's painfully simple. There are two choices here. A, Lou Grant meets your price, or B, you quit.
You're right. It is. It's painfully simple. Well, I guess we don't need this yet.
Hey, Mary, next time you throw a party, would you let us know beforehand if you can open the bottle?
You know, Murray, maybe I don't need a raise after all. I mean, I'm going over my budget here, and I figure that on my salary, I can't possibly make it. But somehow, this month, I did. It's fantastic. It came out even, right down to the penny.
Well, almost.
Did I pay you back the $5 I owe you? Oh. I do need a raise, don't I? Newsroom, Mary Richards. Oh, hello, Mr. Freed. No, I haven't made that decision yet.
$20 a month for gasoline, that's not bad.
Yes, sir, I understand that you'd like an answer soon.
Hey, Murr, this girl throws away more money on food than I spend on booze.
It's just that it's not quite as easy to come to it. You know, there are other factors to consider here.
$25 a month for dry cleaning?
Well, that includes my laundry. Listen, I'll try to get back to you this afternoon. Would 10 minutes be all right? All right, I'll talk to you then. Goodbye.
Never make it.
I know. Mr. Grant? Could I speak to you for a minute?
Sure, come on in.
Mr. Grant, the reason that I have been going over my budget is I have been offered a new job. It's over at WKS to produce a ladies' talk show called the Ladies' Talk Show. You knew.
Well, the broadcasting industry in this town is like a big family. Everybody knows what everybody else is doing. For example, Bob Freelander undoubtedly knows that this morning I went to our general manager and told him I wanted to give you a raise.
Oh, Mr. Grant, that's just wonderful.
It would have been, but he turned me down. Now, before you get on the phone and try to tell Freelander that you'll take his job, let me give you a word of advice. Don't.
Give me a good reason not to, please.
Mary, it's cold out there. Everyone's jockeying for position, ready to cut each other's throat. Is that what you want?
You guessed it, Mr. Grant. I want to go out there and scratch and claw for power. I'll stop at nothing in my ruthless fight for the top.
Mary, it's dog-eat-dog in this business. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I thought you said the broadcasting business was like a big family.
I didn't say it was a nice family.
Mr. Grant, we both know what has to be done here, and it would make it a whole lot easier for me if you would be the one to say it.
Mary, you are going to have to quit me.
Couldn't you just have said quit the station or just plain quit?
Well, I guess I said that because I hired you. Not the station. Me. But just because I went out on a limb for you, I certainly wouldn't want any sense of loyalty to me to interfere with a better deal for you.
Sure glad that you're not putting this on any kind of, personal basis.
The reason I am is because I don't want you to go. I'll miss you.
Well, I'll miss you, too.
When it's Freelander, I want you to start.
Well, he said as soon as you can find a replacement for me.
Oh, don't worry about that. Oh.
Well, then I guess I'll clean out my desk on Friday.
Okay. Hey, I want to give you a going-away party. Who usually arranges for those things?
I do.
Yes, Phyllis, yes. I am going into Mary's apartment, yes. She doesn't miss a thing that goes on in this entire building. Hey, Mary, I just washed my hair. Can I borrow your dryer?
Oh, I'm sorry, Rhoda. It's broken again.
Well, listen, soon the money will start pouring in from your new job, and we'll be able to afford a new one. Can I borrow your stove?
Yeah, sure.
It beats trying to dry your hair over a hot plate. Hey, Mary, were you in bed? I'm sorry.
No, listen, I tried to go to sleep, but I just couldn't. I guess it's because of the new job.
Well, possibly because it's only 8:30.
Yeah. But I was sitting around here thinking about leaving the newsroom tomorrow. I got myself so depressed, I decided I'd just go to bed.
Yeah.
You know what hot milk tastes like? Hot milk.
Sure. I'm an expert on the stuff. Did you know that the first man to drink hot milk invented the word yuck? Hey, come on, kid. Let's just talk, huh?
Yeah, good. Anything. I just don't want to think about that new job.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
They showed me my new office today. Outside it, there was this bunch of girls all laughing and giggling and having fun. And there I was inside my private cubicle, practicing sitting behind this big desk looking like an executive. Felt like Rosalind Russell.
It's gonna be tough trying to find you a tweed suit with padded shoulders. Hey, wait, no it isn't. I just remembered. I've got one.
Yeah.
Oh! Why didn't you tell me you're having a pajama party?
Phyllis, I'm not wearing pajamas.
Oh. With you, it's always so hard to tell, Rhoda. So, what did I miss?
Nothing much. I was just telling Rhoda how hard it's going to be to leave my old job tomorrow.
Oh, Mary. Dear, funny Mary. There are some lessons that I've learned in my life that I would like to share with you right now.
Mary, you know that trouble you've been having tonight about sleeping? This ought to do it.
Good night. Good night. Life, as I see it, is a long trail of leavings. What I mean is, you leave school, you leave home, you leave jobs.
Phyllis, leave me alone. I know what you're getting at, but it's not going to help me.
Yes, it will, Mary. It will if you just let me explain it to you the way I explained it to Bess.
But, Phyllis, I'm not 12 years old.
Last year, she had this marvelous opportunity to go to camp, but she was miserable about having to leave, just as you are. I mean, the situations are so analogous, it's astounding. But I explained to her the fun she'd have doing new things, making buttons out of walnuts, short-sheeting the counselor's bunk.
Phil,
Mary, not only that, but making new little friends. An adventure. It'll be the same with you, Mary. An adventure. You'll see. Everything will be just fine.
But I don't want to go to camp.
Hi, guys. What are you doing out of bed at this hour?
Well, Murray asked me to come in early.
Yeah, I wrote a farewell speech to Mary to close the show with tonight, and I figure if Ted studies it all day, maybe he can do it on the air tonight without a goof.
I'm still not here. I'm going to have to make these party arrangements myself. Murray, you're going to have to help me make some phone calls.
Anything at all I can do, Lou.
Ted, I've been asking myself that same question about you for years now.
Who do you want me to call?
Let's see. I want this to be a party to remember. Get a large punch bowl and get me a distillery and 2 lemons. I want this to be big. By the way, Ted, you haven't kicked in yet.
How much is this going to cost?
It's going to be up there, maybe into 2 figures.
2 figures?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why every time we turn around, we have to throw our hard-earned money away on some frivolous party.
What about flowers?
Flowers, too.
Let's see, distillery, punch bowl, lemons. What time would you like the Minneapolis Symphony to arrive?
Here's $5, Murr. Take what you need out of that and give me the change later.
This desk will never be the same.
Yeah, I know.
Mary's old desk.
Maybe we should retire it. You know, like they do football players' jerseys.
Where is she anyway? Isn't she even going to show up on her last day?
Well, the girls from sales took her out to a farewell champagne breakfast, and at noon, the guys from promotion are buying her a farewell drink and lunch.
And she's going to be snockered before the party.
Yeah.
Newsroom? No, Miss Richards isn't here. Who's calling? Oh, hi, Freelander. Lou Grant? Yeah, I'll have her call you. Maybe. Hey, Freelander. You got yourself a good girl. You'd think Mary would be back from lunch by dinner time. I'm beginning to get worried.
Oh, it's all right. The whole production department hasn't come back from lunch either.
Well, if she doesn't hurry, she's going to miss Ted doing the farewell speech I wrote. Don't do that. You'll dent the dip.
My stomach is growling.
Well, take a drink.
Why do you think my stomach's growling? I had a drink. I gotta have some food, man. This punch Lou made is gonna eat right through my stomach.
Well, you can't eat. I want everything to look perfect for Mary when she gets here. Lou.
Huh?
What is that shriveled up little thing doing in the punch?
5 minutes ago, that was a fresh gardenia.
Hey, here it is. Oh, Mary's gonna miss it. Hey, everybody, here's the farewell speech. Gather round.
Tonight, for my sign-off, in place of my usual droll anecdote, I'd like to get serious for a moment. The associate producer of our 6 o'clock news is leaving our friendly fold for greener pastures. And it is with mixed joy and sadness that we view her exodus. So all of us here at WJM wish a bon voyage through the ocean of life and the best of luck to our own Mary Rickards.
Richards? Her name is Richards. Well, it's my fault. It's all my fault.
Why your fault?
Well, I wrote the whole speech out phonetically except for Mary's name.
How'd it sound, boys?
Rickards! You said Rickards!
I don't get your point, Murr.
Her name is Richards.
Now I get your point.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Murray.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Ted. Hello, Mr. Lou.
Did you have a nice lunch?
Oh, you know.
All I know is that the service must have been rotten. You've been gone for over 6 hours.
Is there anything new around here that I should know about?
Not much. Your new boss called. Hey, try to keep it down. Everybody's looking.
I know. Everybody kept buying me drinks, and I kept letting them because I couldn't face coming back here and having to say goodbye to all of you. I will be just fine. Just give me a moment alone. Don't worry. I will not embarrass you. You good old boss.
It's gonna be some party, baby.
I'm nothing, Gertie. All I've got are looks and a voice.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Telling you, Gertie, I'm just of no talent.
Somebody put truth serum in the punch.
No, Murray, you might as well hear this, too. I do a good job of hiding it, but I'm a lousy newsman.
That's not true, Ted. You don't do a good job of hiding it.
Get yourself together, man. You're being too hard on yourself, Ted.
No, he's not.
Oh, just a wonderful bunch of wonderful guys.
She really picks up a party, doesn't she?
I should have stayed with what I started out to be. The only thing I ever really wanted to be. A male fashion model.
A male model?
Well, if he wants to be a model, I guess that's the best kind to be.
I used to look at glossy pictures of those guys in the ads, standing there like this.
How do I look? Sober?
Sober.
I think it's happened.
What's happened?
I've built up an immunity to booze.
Lou, Gordy.
Yeah.
Now, I am in the presence of men, real men,
Yeah.
and I know I can trust you.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, now, I have been happily married to the same woman for 10 years. You know that.
Yeah.
But every once in a while...
Hold it, Murray. I've been here a few times. In bars, at various parties. People sometimes say things at times like this that they later wish they hadn't.
Yeah.
So I'd like to stop you right now from mentioning any names.
Marie McGuire.
You tried.
I didn't hear it.
Marie McGuire.
She was a pom-pom girl in college. Oh, boy, was she something. Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Blonde hair, blue eyes. Marie... That's your wife.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it terrific?
It's gonna be one of those big parties.
Where are you going?
Well, it's getting late, and I just thought I really couldn't face any final goodbyes, so I was planning to call everybody individually, you know, next week, and... Well, I figured if I stayed any longer, somebody would probably start singing...
For she's a jolly
Yeah.
good fellow.
For
she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow.
I can't sing either.
Speech, Mary. Come on, let's hear something. Say a few words.
I don't know what to say to tell you how I feel. You know, except to say that I'll never forget any of you.
Of course you won't. We'll be seeing each other all the time.
Well, that's right. We will. We'll be seeing
well,
each other all the time.
Lunch together?
Lunch together. We will.
Every week.
Every week we will have lunch together. I don't know who I'm trying to kid. I've been to enough of these things to know that people say they'll get together, but they never do. The minute I walk out that door into your dog-eat-dog world, that's last time I'll probably ever see any of you. Well, except for Ted on the news.
Or in a fashion magazine.
So, anyway, I just want to say thank you and bye. So, come on. on, everybody. This is a party. Everybody's supposed to be having a very good time.
I know I am.
Barry, come into my office. Excuse me. Sit down.
Mr. Grant, I'm awfully sorry. You gave me this beautiful party, and I put a damper on it.
You didn't put a damper on it. You dropped a bomb on it. But I don't care about that. I'm gonna meet Freelander's offer.
Come on, Mr. Grant. The general manager already turned you down once.
Yeah, but I didn't threaten to quit yet.
You'd quit for me?
No. But the general manager doesn't know that. So, let's call Mr. Freelander and tell him to find somebody else for that job.
You mean right now?
Of course now.
Hello, Mr. Freelander? This is Mary Richards. Would you hold on just a minute? Mr. Grant, I'm so glad I can't think.
Hey, hold it down out there! Mary's on an important call.
Mr. Freelander, there's been an interesting little development here. Listen, I know I haven't actually started to work for you yet, but I quit.
I think she's going to stay.
Well, Mr. Grant has met your offer, so I've decided to stay right here. Oh, that was just some friends of mine. Yes, sir, I do realize what I'm doing. Yes, Mr. Freelander, I have given the matter a great deal of serious thought.
Hiya, Ted.
Oh, hi, Mayor. Oh, Mayor. I just want to personally tell you how pleased I am that you decided to stay.
Oh, thank you, Ted.
Was a lovely party, wasn't it?
The best.
We all chipped in, you know.
Oh, did you?
Yes. And I was thinking that since it was a going-away party for you, and you actually did not go away. I mean, you were there enjoying the party like everyone else.
Ted, are you suggesting that I chip in?
Well,
How much?
5.
Side of the news, Mr. and Mrs. Ira Kamansky of 62 Glendale were rudely awakened when a 2-ton truck veered off the highway into their bedroom, stopping only inches away from the foot of their bed. Both are being treated for shock.
That's the lighter side of the news?
Let me know when they get to the story on the apartment house fire. I want to see what kind of film the new cameraman came up with.
I'm glad you finally gave Alan an assignment.
Lou, you sent the kid out on a big story like that?
You got to start somewhere.
At around 4 this afternoon, fire broke out on the top floor of an apartment house on 3rd Street. It took 2 hours to get the fire under control, as you can see in this exclusive film report.
Mr. Grant, here's that film you wanted to see.
2 families were trapped on the roof.
Shouldn't Alan have taken pictures of the people on the roof?
Or at least the fire.
What is that? Oh, it's a brick. It's a close-up of a brick. And it's got ants crawling all over it.
The smoke became so thick in the halls that the frantic tenants were urged to jump into the safety nets below.
What's that?
It's a brick.
With ants crawling all over it.
I can see they're ants. I want to know why we're showing them instead of the fire.
Mr. Grant, maybe Alan's camera slipped.
Murray, Why did you let this film go on? Did you think this was a National Geographic special?
Don't blame me. The kid brought the film in as we were going on the air. And it just didn't occur to me to check to see if there were any ants on it.
Mary, where is Alan?
Well, he's in the control booth, I think.
Tell him I'd like to see him when he gets a chance.
Alan, Mr. Grant would like to see you when you get a chance.
Tell him to be sure he gets a chance within the next 20 seconds.
You better make it right away.
And that's the news till now. This is Ted Baxter saying, God bless and toodaloo.
Did he like it?
Well, it's, you know, it's sort of hard to tell whether Mr. Grant likes something or not, Alan. But I think he can probably tell you better than I can.
Thank you.
Come in. What were you sent out to cover?
The fire?
That's right. Now, I'm telling myself that this is your first job, so maybe I'm expecting too much of you to know a fire when you see one. Fire is where there's a lot of smoke. Fire is what those big red trucks are usually parked in front of. Fire is red and hot, and a fire is news.
I know what a fire is.
Okay. I know what happened. You put the wrong lens on your camera. You thought you were shooting the whole building, but you were getting a close-up of the ants. It was an accident.
It wasn't an accident.
What?
Well, I was making a comment by showing the ants.
You did that on purpose?
I was showing how just a few feet away from the fire, life goes on.
Why not show that just a few feet away from the ants, there's a fire going on?
You gonna let me go?
No, I'm not gonna let you go. Like it or not, I'm gonna have to make a news cameraman out of an insect freak. For one thing, I'm short a cameraman. For another thing, well, you know.
Okay, if that's what you want, I'll give you film like the rest of the news shows.
I'd like that. We've never had film like the rest of the news shows. And another thing, you're on call around the clock. I want you to keep us posted where you are every minute. I'm gonna work your tail off. I hope you've found some inspiration from our little chat.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Hey, Alan, how's the boy?
Fine. Got really royally chewed out. I guess you heard.
Oh, did you? No, you can't ever hear what goes on in Mr. Grant's office.
No, my machine makes so much noise.
Hey, Mary, has my wife called?
No, not yet, Mr.
So, listen, you got chewed out. We've all been through the same thing, right, Ted?
Right.
So don't worry about it. Say, how'd you like to come home with me and have dinner with my wife and me tonight?
Oh, no, thanks. Thanks anyway, but...
Okay. Good night.
You shouldn't be alone, kid. What you need is some company. Now, I've got a manicure. You want to come and watch?
Oh, maybe some other time. Thanks anyway, Mr. Baxter.
Good night, Mayor.
Good night, Ted. Well, Alan, I was going to invite you over to my place for dinner.
Great. Is 7:30 all right?
Yeah.
Hi. I thought I heard you.
Oh, I didn't realize I was setting the table so noisily.
Mary, have you by any chance seen Bess? She's late coming home from a Girl Scout meeting.
No, I haven't.
Not that I have to know where she is every minute, but she is 20 minutes late.
Uh-huh.
Are you having Rhoda for dinner again?
No.
Oh, I see. But you have a place setting for two.
Yeah, that's right. You see, sometimes I like to switch places in mid-meal.
You don't want to tell me. That's quite all right. You're entitled to your privacy. I don't care who you're having for dinner. Since I don't care, why don't you tell me?
It's just a kid who's new at the office, and he had a run-in with Mr. Grant today, so I thought I'd bring him home for dinner and try to cheer him up.
Oh.
Hi. I'm defrosting and I need some ice cubes.
Yeah, sure. Help yourself.
Have you seen Bess, Rhoda? She's late getting home from a Girl Scout meeting.
Hey, maybe she's trying for her staying out all night and not telling Mommy merit badge.
Not that I'm concerned, mind you. I believe in giving a child her independence.
Hi, Alan. Come on in. Alan, I'd like you to meet my friend, Rhoda Morgenstern.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Alan,
Stevens.
Alan Stevens, and this is Phyllis Lindstrom.
Ma'am?
Excuse me just a minute.
Call me Phil. Everyone does.
I don't.
A lot of my young friends call me Phil.
Okay, Phil.
Some of her really young friends call her Pho.
Hello? Oh, hi, dear. Yeah. Okay, sure, I'll tell her. Bye-bye. That was Bess, and she's kind of worried about you.
Where is she?
She's still at the Girl Scout meeting. You were supposed to pick her up.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, nice meeting you, Alan.
See you later, Pho.
Would you like a drink?
Hey, can we see your ID?
I don't drink, but I would like a glass of water. Is that the kitchen? I'll go get it myself.
Okay, the glasses are on the counter. Isn't he?
Mary, what are you doing? Managing Little League?
No, he's just a sweet kid, and he kind of had a rough day at the office.
Uh-huh. How old is he?
22, 23, I think. I don't know.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with going out with someone 23. I've done it myself. I was 15. I'm just getting some ice.
I'll help you.
That's okay. I think I can get an ice tray out by myself.
No, really, I insist.
Hey, where were you when I had to lug my old stove down to the basement? Ow! Hey, kid, keep both hands on that ice tray, huh?
I'm sorry, my hand slipped.
Next time this happens, I'll press charges.
What,
You know that shy kid in there? He's not really all that shy.
Hey, Mary, it was an accident. I mean, I hope you don't think I'd fool around with one of your friends, or one of anybody's friends.
No, of course not, Alan. No, it just... Rhoda's just overly suspicious. She's from New York.
Because if you did, well,
No! Hey, no! Come on, sit down, have some cheese and crackers.
The funny thing is, she's not even my type.
Well, no, of course she's not. I mean, she's a little older than you are, like I am.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind fooling around with you.
Can I take your coat? And your shoes?
Oh, I just felt at home.
Well, good.
Nice couch. Does it fold out? I mean, for you to sleep on.
You know, Alan, I think that somebody may have gotten the wrong idea here.
You want me to go home, is that it?
No. When I want you to go home, I'll say, Alan, go home. I just think that there may have been
Don't worry, nobody has to find out.
Alan, go home.
But then you'd be all alone.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't want to spend another one of those lonely nights, do you?
Oh.
Well, what are you smiling at me like that for?
Because you're cute. You really think that because I'm 30 and single that I'm desperate, right?
No, I meant that I find you very attractive, and what does age have to do with anything?
Well, Alan, I'm really very flattered, but age has everything to do with it. I mean, look, if I were 19 or 20, you'd be 11 or 12. Anyway, you see what I mean? So come on, let's have dinner.
You mean you just got me up here for nothing?
No, I got you up here for dinner. Is that nothing?
It sure is. Good night, Mary.
Alan, if you're trying to make us believe that Mary would invite you up to her apartment and then try to come on with you, forget it.
That's not how I marry. And then what happened?
Maybe I said too much already.
You're right. I think I'll walk you to the studio, Alan. And then what happened?
Good morning, all.
Hiya, Mary. How'd it go last night?
How'd what go?
Oh, you had dinner with Alan.
Oh, fine. Murray, how did you know that I had dinner with Alan? I didn't invite him until after you left.
Oh. Well, he mentioned something.
Oh? What did he mention?
Well, nothing, Mary, nothing. Well, you know.
No, I don't know.
Well, I didn't believe him anyway.
Mary said that. And then what did she do? Oh. Hi, Mary.
Alan, could I see you for a minute?
Sure, Mary.
Alan, I would like you to tell Murray in front of me exactly what happened last night.
I'm sorry. You're right, Mary. I should have kept my mouth shut. It was just dumb bragging. I'm sorry.
Brag! Alan, you... Oh, Murray, you... I would know it. Nothing. It was... Oh, Ted. Right after the coverage of the Winter Carnival Parade, we're going to switch to a remote of Arthur Almiron covering the airport arrival of the.
Anything you say, Mayor.
Ted, you have to get all this down in 15 minutes. Have you heard anything I've been saying?
Not a word.
Mary, I want to talk to you a minute.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you too, Mr. Grant. Mr. Grant, I would like to talk to you about Alan.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
You do?
Yeah, you were going to say I was too rough on him yesterday.
Well, no, not exactly.
Yes, you were, and you're right. Mary, I'm not the most patient man in the world.
Well, no, that's not true, Mr.
I said I'm
Grant.
not the most patient man in the world.
Well, that's true. But Alan isn't exactly the easiest person to be patient with. Mr. Grant, I don't know how else to tell you this other than to just come right out and say that Alan has been going around the station telling people...
Yeah, he's my nephew. It's true. He's my sister's kid. And Mary, that's why I gotta ask you a favor. Asking favors isn't something I usually do. I'm not good at it. Boy, I'll say I'm not good at it. I forgot my manners. Want a blast? What that kid needs is a little understanding and compassion and all the rest of that bull. You can handle that, and I can't. Okay?
Okay, what?
Will you do me that favor?
What favor?
Boy, I told you I wasn't any good at this. I don't know how to ask for favors. I can't do it. Forget the favor.
Okay.
I'll make it an order. I want you to be understanding and sympathetic and compassionate to that kid. You got it?
Oh, Mr. Grant, if it were anybody other than Alan...
If it were anybody other than Alan, I'd fire him. You see, she's my only sister. And I owe her something.
Oh, all right, Mr. Grant, I'll do my best.
The reason I owe her something is 2 years ago, I fired her husband.
What for? Now, let me tell you the worst part. Mr. Grant told Alan that I volunteered for the job. So you can imagine what Alan thought.
So tell him you didn't volunteer.
I told him. He didn't believe me. He asked me what time I wanted him to come over tonight.
So you should have told him you don't want him to come over tonight.
I told him, and he said, how about 8:30?
You should have told him you wouldn't be home.
I told him, and I'm not. I am not going to be home. I'm going to a movie. You want to go?
Yeah, I would.
He'll only be back tomorrow. What do you plan to do, go to a movie every night?
Of course not. One night I'll go to a play, and the next night to a concert. I always did want to learn how to play pool. What do you expect me to do, Phil?
It's so elementary, I shouldn't even have to say it. But he only comes on when it's absolutely safe, with women who wouldn't ever be attracted to him. Only you, Mary. And me.
You? When did he ever come on with you?
When we first met. I picked up the vibrations when he came on with "Hi, Phil," not "How do you do, Mrs. Lindstrom."
Ma'am. He said ma'am.
Believe me, Mary, if that boy ever thought someone was going to take him seriously, he would run for the hills.
I think I see what you mean, Phil. In other words, if I pretended to be really interested in him, it would scare him off, huh?
Exactly.
Not in a million years. That is the dumbest idea.
Dumb.
All right, Mary, all right, all right. Let people give you a lot of modern ideas on how to handle this. As for me, give me good old-fashioned common Freudian psychology anytime.
There she is, folks, the sweetheart of Sigmund Freud.
You are witty, Rhoda. You really are.
Thanks.
How much fun it must be for the other girls on your bowling team.
Do you find a movie for us to see?
Yeah, let's go to the Crestwood.
Okay.
We're going to the show. I think I'll go upstairs and change.
Wait. I want to go with you.
I'll wash the coffee cups, Mary.
Oh, would you, Phil? Great. I don't want to take a chance of being here in case Alan arrives.
Mary, you wouldn't think my idea was bad if you read my copy of Post-Adolescent Social Trauma.
Well, fine, I will. Lend it to me sometime.
I lent it to you 6 weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah, and that whole batch of books I brought up for you to read.
She figures if you study hard enough, anybody can become a loony.
I'll find it for you, Mary. Really, it'll help.
Well, Phil, look, I appreciate your wanting to help me out with this problem, but I honestly don't think it'll help.
Yes, it will. Wait till I find it. You'll see. Marriage as a competition, the liberated female, the creative neurotic. None of these is it. It must be here somewhere.
Let's get out of here, Mayor. If she finds out you're still saving your Nancy Drew book, she'll never hear the end of it.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Is Mary here?
She went out.
Oh.
Alan.
Yes?
Why don't you come in and wait for her?
Okay.
I don't see how she can say it's a dumb idea. It's right here in black and white.
What is?
Nothing.
Is she gonna be right back?
No. That makes you nervous, doesn't it?
No, why should it?
Well, because you're alone with an attractive, mature woman. Now, doesn't that make you nervous?
Uh-uh.
Well, of course you're not nervous because you feel safe. Because you know that a person like me couldn't possibly be interested in you.
If you're not, why'd you call me back in here?
That's right, Alan. You're right. I am interested in you. I find you terrifically attractive. Now, how does that make you feel? Nervous? That's right, Alan. I understand why you have to leave now, and it's perfectly all right. I'm glad I could clear this up for you. Goodbye, Alan. I do understand. What I don't understand is why you're on this side of the door.
I don't think it's too tough to figure. You just finished saying that...
You take one more step, I'm calling the police.
Hey, wait a minute. You just said that...
Yeah, there it is. You took a step, I'm calling the police. See, I'm picking up the phone. I have it in my hand. See, I'm dialing the police station right now. It's ringing in the police station. The desk sergeant is picking the phone up right now. Hello, Mary? Guess who's here? Alan, why don't you come right down? And hurry.
Hey, what is this? What's happening here?
I'll tell you what's happening. It's all right here. Read this, chapter 7.
Nancy Drew?
That's Mary's book. She saves things. Phil? There he is, Mary. It's all yours. See if Nancy Drew can get you out of this one.
Hey, what is it with these friends of yours?
What is it with you, Alan? Why don't you find a girl your own age?
You don't know? Oh, what's the use?
Pardon?
I said, what's the use?
I don't have a quick comeback to that question.
I'm a phony. I'm not a man. I knew it since I was 12.
Alan, who knows they're a man when they're 12?
There's something wrong with me.
You bet there is.
You don't understand. You see, I've never... I mean, when the other kids were... I wasn't.
Well, I'm awfully sorry, Alan, but I don't see how
You don't know what it's like to feel like you're the only virgin in the whole college.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do.
I've been waiting for someone. Someone kind and gentle and compassionate to help me find myself.
Well, Alan, couldn't you find a nice girl your own age to help you look? I didn't know that all of this was behind all that craziness.
Send away whoever it is. I need to talk to you tonight.
Alan, I really do have to go answer the door. Who is it?
Lou Grant. Where is he?
Who, me?
You. Guess what? A brewery blew up tonight. I know because I saw a film of it on one of the other stations. Since you weren't there, we don't have a single foot of film on it. Not even a lousy ant crawling around in a bear suds.
Mr. Grant, how did you know that he was here?
He left a message with his answering service saying where he'd be and that he didn't want to be disturbed. I don't know how to break this to you, but I may end up disturbing you.
Mr. Grant, could I talk to you for just a moment, please? Mr. Grant, Alan has problems. He really does.
What's he been handing you? What have you been handing her?
Mr. Grant, please, they're very personal problems, and well, he has problems about women.
You do, huh?
Hey, Uncle Lou, I was just kidding around.
You were just kidding around?
Look, you, I want you to remember something and remember it forever. I think of this girl here like she was my own daughter. That means she's your cousin. You get my meaning?
Okay, I'm fired.
Ooh, no. As of now, you're third apprentice in the developing lab.
I can always quit.
Who says so? Now, look, there's only one woman down there in the lab. She's a negative cutter named Jocelyn. Tell him what Jocelyn's nickname is, Mary.
Well, it's not really a nickname. It's just what some of the people... Bomber.
Tell him what Bomber did at the last Christmas party, Mary.
Oh, you mean when she beat you arm wrestling?
That's the new woman in your life. Bomber.
Good night, Uncle Lou. Cousin Mary.
Hey, I want to apologize. I mean, he's my family and all that.
Mr. Grant, no, please. There's no need. I understand. Look, every family has someone like that.
No, you don't understand. In my family, he's the cream of the crop. Good night, Mary.
Good night, Mr. Grant.
Hi, Mayor.
Hi, Ted.
Good thing Lou put that kid in his place. He's a troublemaker, you know. He was even beginning to spread rumors around about everyone, even you.
Oh, really?
Not that any one of us believed a word of it for a minute.
Well, that's certainly good to know.
You know, Mayor, you've worked here quite a while now, but I don't feel we've ever really gotten to know each other. Maybe sometime we could have dinner.
Oh, Ted. Of course not.
Oh, yes. Well, see you around. And God bless.